Hey, what's up, everyone? Hello, and welcome to a brand new episode of Heliopsychosis podcast. This is your host, Draziv, guys. Welcome to the show. And yes, what a deep dive we have got today for you all. If you all remember, we have been sharing quite an amazing stuff never seen before about the so called extra lands or the lands beyond, right? Last week, we shared amazing clips of the bases, right? People, as I said, people were having hard time still to believe, but yeah, there we have it. And I said we are going to be diving in deeper tonight to see what is there under the water. All right, that and a lot more images that not seen before. So, guys, get ready, get out your popcorn, your whatever spliff wine, whatever makes you comfortable, and let's join into this journey. Right, and also I've got some amazing I don't know, maybe people might have not known about the Monte Urbano map, about what it could be, what timeline they're telling us, is it true or not? That's why we have some of our special guests to share that before we get into the land beyond. So let's say hello to my co-host and brother Gene. Gene, how are
Hey, bro, what's up, man? I'm psyched for this show. It made me kind of realize that I'm like, I never really think about what's under the water down there. It's always kind of like topical and, ice and surface water and boats and stuff. So, like, wow, this is going to be really pretty cool, actually. So, yeah, hi, everybody in the chat. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Yo, Vika, I want to say, bro, I'm really psyched for this show. I was kind of a little bit hoping to do an anniversary special for you guys, but I want to say to you, bro, yeah, happy anniversary, I guess. Congratulations on yesterday being um, the 3 year anniversary of my personal favorite flat Earth documentary, probably ever, bro. So, dude, that blew so many doors
you?
open. Oh yeah, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you, bro. That's where our friendship started, like a few 6 months or maybe a little bit closer to a year before that, and it's like, wow, man, where's the time go? It's so crazy, bro. But that was a blockbuster breakthrough documentary that I think has still been like unrivaled and untouched, and still holds all the weight it had from the beginning, bro. You guys did a friggin' amazing job on that. So congratulations, brother. It's still one of my favorites. And you know what? I'm gonna throw a quick story in, you guys. I was up in Binghamton hanging out at a flat Earth meetup at Sally's house. We interviewed Sally a while back, 3 months ago. So I think it was in September, October we went, and it was cool. There was a bunch of people there, and we were sitting down watching the Mechanical Realm. And while Sally was like pulling it up on TV, she had her YouTube up, and the bottom has other things. And the guy next to me, I forget his name right now. Oh, he killed me, man. The guy next to me was like, "Oh, look, flatten the curve. I love that. That's my favorite." And I'm like, "Ah, yeah." I'm like, "Bro, me too, man." And I went, on to tell him that you were the same guy that made both of these videos, a friend of mine, and great dude, and podcast and all that stuff. So, bro, it's been a freaking great ride here, hanging out with you, brother. So thank you so much, man. I appreciate all the stuff from the past, all the current stuff coming up. Past 10 weeks on this series we're doing has morphed nicely, and here we are today, guys. Checking out under the water, like, oh wow, yeah, man. What is under there, bro?
Yeah, thanks, Gene, brother, for all that amazing word and also for making me remember that yesterday was the 3 year anniversary. If you wouldn't have shared, I would have, life busy, man, so many things, because you remember we did last year, we did the second anniversary
Yep,
podcast, right? So
yep, yep.
this time we are so much with this extra land, Antartica, like,
Yeah.
so many things have been so off track. So yeah, absolutely. I want to take that moment and say really from my heart, thank you to each and everyone who made both of the documentary possible. And as we are speaking about flatten the curve, I want to take moment to tell to the people a shout out to these amazing people like Kevin Bobick, amazing brother, one of ours. Then we had the Rob Taylor, the helicopter pilot, another brother, awesome. Mark, Mark Hollander, and then we had Hector Requena from Mexico, Brett Freeman, the aeronautic engineer. Big shout out to you, brother. John Nicholson, another pilot. J.R. Silva, another pilot. Anonymous, the submarine guy, right? Miller, the marine. Yeah, man, amazing people. Eddie Alankar, one of our brothers too. Big shout out to you, Eddie Alankar. Billy Zig, another brother. So all these people and more people who were at the back scene. There were so many people making this happen, right? Alexa is one of them. Nazar Mia is another one of them, and so many people who were in the production team. Big shout out to you guys for making this possible. And I will say it again that without the help and collaboration, with zero in return, everybody gave that time and energy to make that flatten the curve happen. So from thank you everyone and love you each and every one of you. Right. Awesome. Let's say hello to also our next brother who is doing amazing work. And yeah, he's awesome too. And let's have him. Iron work, our brother Vladimir. How are you doing, Vlad? Sam, how are you?
Sam,
All
what's
right,
up,
all right.
brother?
Live and kicking. How are you guys?
Great.
Oh, we got a good team here tonight. Oh, Ironwork 92,000. I don't know what 92,000 stands for. What is that 92,000?
Lot of iron, like high
Oh,
quality iron, right?
oh,
I think that's what it means for
like
sure.
like ISO 9000. Like okay, I see.
So, guys,
All
Vlad's
right.
on the road. He probably has, typical issues when you're on the road. Calls drop because satellites can't find you.
Oh yeah, I think he's having some issue with the coverage. So till we get him back, let's get the party started. Yep. All righty. Yeah. Big shout out to DJ New Moon for this awesome track. I'm gonna play it again. The last time it was on a very small format, but this time we have it on the full screen, 19:6. So enjoy the song. Let's get warmed up. All righty.
See
This is the freaking best part of the whole song. I hope Jesus saved this clown. Oh yeah. Shout out to DJ New Moon for that awesome track and video clip. Yeah, looks like these guys are really celebrating their 24-hour sun on a globe, right? This is the thing. And yeah, just so DJ New Moon knows that on my Facebook page, that track has got 20 plus thousand views in one day and lots of comments. So the people are really liking it. Big shout out to you, DJ New Moon. And yeah, let's say hello to our another brother. We have him here. Vlad, are you there, brother?
Yes, I'm here. What's going on, V? What's happening, Gene? What's going on, chat? Thanks for having me.
Good to see you, bro. Be careful driving, brother.
You got it. You got it. And
Are you driving, bro?
Sam's there too. Sam, what's happening, Sam? I didn't even see you. What's happening?
All right, everything okay? What's going on?
Oh, it's good, man. All good. Everything's all good. Just you know what it is. I'm on the road again. So
Not the only one, eh?
yeah, no. But you
I
know,
know.
doing
I know.
wise things with my time. So
I mean,
Hey,
there's another one. Yeah, go ahead.
Flat, do you listen to music at all when you're driving for hours on end?
No, it's usually audiobooks. I'm usually listening to language. If not language, just a book on like just fringe history.
Nice. Had a feeling.
So yeah, I'm like, if I'm going to be on the road this much, I might as well learn something.
Nah, that's a good attitude towards it, bro. I don't really either, but there are some songs I know that go with driving. So
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So yeah, I have XM radio and all that, but uh, so much
All right, you're breaking
music
up.
really in the car.
Maybe you
Oh,
wanna
you guys got
off your cam,
Oh yeah, let
Vlad.
me go ahead and do
Maybe
that.
like this
Yeah.
you have a better reception. Yeah,
Yep.
because you were breaking
There
up
we,
a bit.
okay. All right. How about now? Better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
yeah, much.
Yeah, man. Let me stop. Let me stop bumping my gums, man. Let me let Vika do his thing. Let me let you cook, Vika. So I'd really like to see what it is you got in store for us today, man.
Oh yeah, I invited Vlad today again because he literally went and he touched the Monte Urbano map, right? And I don't know if he knows what I'm about to share today about the Monte Urbano map. So before we do that,
Mm.
let's say also quick hello to RG artist. RG, how are you?
Hey man, I'm just cooking like everybody else, man. Good day. So yeah, just like Vlad said, man, I'm interested in what you got in store for us. And yeah, I just wanted to say what's up to Sam and Gene as well, and what's up, Vika. Appreciate you, man.
Everything okay, everything
RG, what's
okay.
happening, bro? It's good to see you,
That's
man.
buddy. Yeah, you too, man.
All
Yeah,
right.
you gave me you sent out the bat signal, so I had to come say what's up, man.
Here we
Good
go.
to see you, RG.
Yeah, man, good to see you too.
Alrighty.
Let's do
So
it.
one question for I've got go ahead, Sam. You wanted to add something?
No, no, it's okay.
All right. So one question for Vlad. Vlad, when was
Yeah.
they are saying that the Monte Urbano map was made?
Well, so they said it was made, or if you look at the map, it said it was made in 1587. But Monty sounds like he started the map around 1584 and then completed it around 1587. So that big old masterpiece that everybody gets to look at, right? It took a while. And for the audience that may not know, that's not a tiny map. So the map that everybody's looking at that's online, that thing is every much feet by 10 feet. So if everybody's familiar with that game Twister that we used to play when we were younger, it was a big game in the 70s and stuff like that. Imagine like a Twister mat. Yeah, imagine a big old Twister mat that takes up an entire bedroom. That's the
Yeah,
that's the size of the Urbano Monte map put together and pieced together. But yeah, made in 15, finally published in 1587, but started out around like 1584 or so.
isn't it in a bunch of different pieces, Vlad? It's not just one piece, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes, yes, and it's not connected. So that map is in a yeah. You guys got me?
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. We
Yeah. So that map isn't it's not like it's assembled, right? The map is in a gigantic book. It's like a big old gigantic like a family album. So it's laid out and divided. And it's a total of like in that book it says like 140 some odd pages. I counted literally individual leaves of that book as like 148, 144, I forget which. But I
144. That's
entered
an
that.
interesting number.
Yeah, yep. That's how many individual leaves in that book that there
And
are.
then, so does that mean, is there anything else in that book but the map?
Um, like
breaking up on me.
Can you hear me?
I heard that, but yeah, I didn't hear anything
You
you
guys
said before that.
Oh, so
Say it,
other than the outer binding, yeah, hello?
You
yeah,
there?
say it again. Say it again. Yeah.
Yeah, so other than the outer binding, which is like a parchment, I don't know what kind of animal skin it is. It's weird. It's like either it's a lamb or it's a goat, but it's like a animal. It's an animal skin of some sort. Other than that, no, not that I've seen. No, that I took pictures of darn near every single page, other than the ones that we're not used to, and the different anomalies associated with some of the pages that we don't see at all with the map. I took pictures of as well.
So, bro, you telling me they let you flip through a book from 1587?
Absolutely, man. Let me tell you something. Going to that library, going to that place, they were more than happy to welcome me. They set aside the entire section of that library to me alone. They didn't even open it to the public so they could have me comb through that thing.
That's
So I
because
bet
you
what
told
you
them.
seen was in very high detail, bro. Right? Like you said, it was
I'm
like
sorry?
lamb, kind of that feeling, like the way you
Yes.
described it as like a lamb or some type of animal. So in other words, what you seen
Yes.
and felt was high detail, very high detail.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes. So, yeah, like they sectioned off an entire section, that entire. So the Rumsey map section of the library is a whole, like I filmed it going up the stairs. They said, all right, you can't film this part of the library, or you can't film the library. You can't film while you're in the library. So I put the camera off in front of the lady, and then I went inside, and then I just started filming. I ain't give a fuck. I was like, if I'm going to get caught, I spent good money to
Nice.
come out here. Yeah, I spent good money to come out here. I'll be damned if somebody tell me I can't run my phone. So I went ahead and I filmed anyway. And so as I did, like you could see the detail, and it's like 3 stories up, right? The entire and I filmed it. Once I get to a stopping point, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let you guys see what it is I filmed. Walking through that section of the library, the Rumsey section of the library, which David Rumsey's still alive. It it goes up a big old, like a spiral like staircase type thing, and every bulkhead or every wall inside of that library inside of that section of the library is covered in old maps. It's like a big map graffiti. It is crazy how it's put together, and they did a phenomenal job over at the Stanford University Rumsey section of the library, basically honoring this guy that gave them 150,000 maps or so.
Wow.
And what's
Nice.
crazy is David Rumsey's like 80 something years old, man. The guy's still alive, you know what I'm saying? So he's still around and kicking, doing his thing. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
still around, kicking, doing his thing. But they have this section of the library in his honor. It's amazing, that place.
Hey, Vlad, at some point, bro, do you
Yeah.
mind linking the address and like the place you went, if you don't mind, so I can
Yeah.
like do a little more deep dive? Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
Absolutely.
Ramsey Center, right? David Ramsey Center?
Yep.
Or
Where is that?
Yep.
Yeah,
That's at
what city?
Stanford
In
University. Stanford
Stanford?
University
Okay.
in California. Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
I wonder how the United States got a hold of that thing. It seems like it
Oh,
doesn't
well,
belong here, kind of, to me, you know?
so I think, if I'm not mistaken, man, they got it out of Milan. It was originally in
Right.
Milan, Italy. Rumsey, I think, got it in the 70s or the 80s. I forget which. I'm going to say the 80s. I forget how it was put together. You know the story, which it could very well be lies, right?
Yeah.
But Rumsey has been on the tear collecting maps, and that was one of the maps. He did a deal with the Italian, not the Italian, but the Milanese government, something like that. They sold him the map. It was a big deal at the time, and then
Really?
yeah, they sold it to him. He got
Wow.
it, and then he managed to bring it here. And then actually, and the thing is like I said, man, Rumsey has a ass ton of maps, or he had a ass ton of maps, and maybe he was just running out of room. I don't know the complete story. I would love to hear it from him himself. Ask him the
This could be a
questions. Talk
replica,
to him.
right? This could be a
I'm sorry.
replica also, right?
Uh,
Vlad, like
Yeah, I
uh,
have a hard time thinking they're letting people
a
click through a
replica
book
means
that's
that the
400 years old, man.
you
yeah the
know,
original. Oh,
I
go
would
ahead.
like to say, I would love to say that it is a replica, but I'm having a hard time, man. I'm having a hard time saying it's a
But
replica.
a
I'm
true
having a
copy,
hard time.
brother Vlad, maybe a true copy, because if it's an Italian map, you think these people are gonna give this map to the Americans, right? Maybe it's a true
Uh,
copy.
maybe a copy, sure. Maybe a copy, perhaps. Um, but with, I don't know. I don't know. I handled it with care. And one of the things that I was to do was wash my hands in this special soap to keep from damaging the whole thing. But with
Even wear
seeing the
gloves?
seal, seeing oh no. I had to wash my hands in this special soap, not plastic gloves
Yeah.
or. And originally I was thinking maybe, but no, no gloves, nope.
But
I have a really hard time thinking that was an original, bro.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Vlad,
yeah. It might not be, but I don't know.
hey Vlad, what
Yes.
is your first conclusion about that map? Is it like, what is it for? Like, because there's a lot of weird pictures like sea monsters and why do you think they had to make a map, that way? And
I'll tell you, Sam, because it's a very, very ancient map, right? All this what exists on top of this, some time or other, these things existed and still exist. Maybe they don't exist in this part of the realm, but maybe more far ahead, right?
you
So
know
this is not a fantasy drawing. Yeah, go ahead, Sam.
no, I just want to tell you, because the last time I was, on Vlad's podcast also, he showed me that map, and I was interested into investigating it a little bit, and I found like three types of anomalies in that map. Very, and that I don't have any answers for those anomalies. First of all, you have lots of mistakes in the text in Italian. You have
Mm-hmm.
lots of mistakes. For example, Italia is written many times with two T's, Ittalia. So that's not the right term. Even
Yeah, but it could be before, Sam. Maybe the timeline could be different. Maybe
that's
the
what
letters change.
I checked that it's not. It was never like this, and I also checked that sometimes also it's written English words. It's like, for
Mm,
example, is the Sea of the North. It's written the Mare of North. Mare in Italian is Sea of North. North, North, like in English. In Italian, it's not
mm-hmm.
North, it's North. And also the third anomaly, also it's those French words inserted into the text. When you read it.
Yeah, because
So
maybe it was a collaboration, because you see Germany,
it was
Italy, Spain, France,
yes, yes,
UK,
yes,
everybody was involved, because if you really see in the fine letters, Sam, you're gonna
yeah,
see below in Italian is like parts of Spain, part of Italy, part
yeah,
of
no,
France, part of
yeah.
England.
No problem, but I'm not talking about the text in French and the text in Italian. I'm talking about the text in Italian. So it's right in Italian. Then
Yes.
in the Italian text there is like French words, one French word,
Right.
and
Right.
then it keeps on
Like,
going in Italian. So it's not. There's something not normal at that
Yeah,
point.
that is the reason I could say
right.
that this could be a copy. What I mean is that it was more information with added later according to the
Right.
people's need,
Yeah,
right?
but
And I could definitely see where you guys are coming from with that, because what you say makes sense, Speaker. What Sam says and what he's found with that also makes a lot of sense. And then what you find in the north, directly in the north, they were covering something up. I don't know
yes,
what the hell they're covering up. Like in the north, like you see like feet.
yeah.
You see
and,
feet. There's a foot, and it's
and
got toes on it. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, what the
yeah,
hell are you hiding? What the hell's going on here?
I just want to
And
add
it's
something. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah.
I just want to tell you that when you look at the map, you see that it's not a map in order to show you the world the way it is. I believe it's a map to give you indications to places to go and how to go to there, because you have sometimes pictures of the Spanish Navy is like over there,
Yes.
and the Indian Navy there. It's like if you're saying, okay, be careful. There is like a police over there. There is a raider there. Be careful. It's like just how to
Yes.
avoid this thing because it's not normal. It's like in a certain a period of time. The Navy was over there, and that was a place maybe to avoid or something. It's like there's something about that map that's not. It's not for education. It's
Mm.
I don't know. There's something else. We have to check it out. I didn't.
The thing is, Sam, the thing is, it's very close to Gleason map. So what is the difference? I don't
Yes.
see the difference. The only difference I see is that it has, instead of ice, it has extra lands, fertile
Oh
lands.
yes.
That's the reason.
Yeah.
And the
That.
Well,
Yes.
also, one thing I noticed as well is that instead of 24 meridians that we're used to seeing on Gleason's map,
Right.
Monty's
Yep.
map has 36.
That's
Yes.
more. Yeah. It's like the time zones
Yeah.
almost like in the north and the south. As it goes further south, it gets wider and wider. And also,
Right.
to Sam's point, I think there are small edits here and there because you can tell from the coloration and
Yeah.
like maybe
Yes.
almost like covering something up by adding
Or,
words or
or they
descriptions.
outright RG, they also removed stuff. They like literally
Right.
use like an X-Acto knife and they remove stuff like that.
Yes.
Hmm.
Like you can see it. Like I took pictures, I took video. I was like, yo, all these little white spots, we think they're just little blank spots. No, they like you
Yeah.
flip the page, it's a hole in the page, an entire hole, an entire section of the map that
Yeah.
Monty originally might have written something in. They just removed it, and then you
Over
saw
the years. Yeah. Yeah.
one of those things that was removed was in the South Sea. It was in the South
Mm.
Sea. You'll see where it says Mare Sud or Mare Sur, South Sea in Italian, right? You'll look at the
Well, you're
map
gonna show us,
and you'll
right?
see a white
You're gonna show us.
box. You'll look at the
Yeah.
map. You'll look at the map and you'll see a white box, and that's where like I took a picture. I also made a small video on that to put my finger through it to show the audience like, look at this. This is crazy. They removed it. It's not a lie. It's crazy. Anyway, that's where I land my plane with that. Go ahead.
No, the
so
map is
guys,
the map is good because of course it shows of the Gleason map. That's no doubt about it. This is a good point for us. Now again, but the map itself, I don't know what the hell it's for. Like there's other
you know
purpose.
what? Maybe tonight we might know what's it for, right? I've been following
Okay,
also this map really deeply, and we have
okay.
got a lot of information from this map, right? Well, one example was the eclipses,
All right.
right? Is
Yeah.
right
Let's
Yeah.
on the
go. Let's
corner of the
go, Vika.
pages,
Let's go, baby.
right?
It's
Hey,
nice.
man.
This one I
It's
Yeah.
was
Yep.
there in different podcasts, and I was saying that, and it's showing that the Mercury and Venus is involved during the eclipses. It shows. So there's a lot of information. This map needs to be studied in detail, everything, each and
Yes.
everything, right?
Yes.
So why I bought this map up today? What is the reason? Is Vlad, you see there's a small box there which information below, right? Next to the circle
Oh,
shield.
sure. On the left or on the
Yeah.
right?
So yeah. So on the below, you see a square shield, right? Below, right next to a circle, and there's information
Yes.
about the map, right? Some general information.
Yes.
And we
Yes.
are
I
thinking
remember.
this map. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I
Go ahead.
remember looking at. I think it was either that one or it was another box with information in it, where he talks about the world being a globe, and I'm like, what?
Yeah. I saw
I
that.
was kind of laughing about it. I was like, really? Yeah. Like that's what I drew from it, and I was like, okay, all right. I guess somebody must have gotten to him, but I don't want to steal your thunder, Vika. But when I saw that, and I this was like towards the end of my day with the map. I saw that, I translated it, I looked at it. It said something along the lines of the world being a globe, and basically like trying to rest people's minds, putting people's minds at ease. Be like, don't worry, guys, it looks flat, but don't worry, it's a globe. And I'm like, oh, that's funny
Yes. Yes.
considering I see a bunch of. It's funny considering I see a bunch of seals from the Vatican, or I see a bunch of seals with an iron cross, or what looks like, some flower or an iron cross, and I'm like, it looks like it's Vatican's got its whole prints all over it. So I don't know if I trust much with the map, but I'm like, oh, that's good to know. Still good to know, good information. But yeah,
It will be also to contaminate, like every cosmology, right? They try to put it around the globe. There are on the side, they
yep,
are trying to put this on a globe, right? It doesn't fit the
yep,
way how it is. It doesn't fit. You know that it doesn't fit on a globe,
yep,
right? So what I
no,
what I was
yep,
trying to say or show is that below in this shield there's some information, right? This map,
right,
which we think is from the 1587, which looks very
yes,
similar to Gleason map, right?
hmm,
So we are thinking how many years old? It's 600 years old, right?
well, 500, almost 500, but
Yeah, 400. All right, 400. Let's put
yeah,
400 years old,
Yeah,
right?
right,
kind of estimate.
Or 500, right? That's the information that people
Anyway, go
think
ahead.
and
Yeah, yeah,
believe,
yeah.
all right? So I'm just gonna play this. I'm gonna try to pause at the exact moment. This shield, right? This shield here, square, it has information about the map right here. All right. So you guys see on the left, it says I dash año
Lanyo,
1587. Yeah,
the
but
year
you
of
say it says
1587.
1587.
That's
You
a
guys
funny
can see
looking
it?
one.
Yeah,
Eh?
That's a
87.
yeah, I
Yeah.
see it.
that's a funny looking one.
All right.
It's
So what
87. 87.
Well, the ones. It's funny. What's funny, Gene, is that I thought it was IS or I9, and I was like and then anytime I would type it in the little
Oh.
translation joint, the I actually means it's a one. It turns the I into a one. So I was like, okay, so the I, it's not an I. That I is actually a one. Strange enough, you see it all over the map. They say, like, it'll say the year, or it'll show you I9 or I something else. That I is actually a one. I don't know why they did that, but it's
Because
strange.
that's the way they rigged it to do it.
exactly,
Ah,
exactly. Because if you see below, there's another picture of the same map with some latitudes, and you can see it's written 316, 317, 318.
yes,
That's one. That is the real one, right? So
yes.
here it's above, it's writing I
Yeah,
año
exactly.
1587. Is in reality it's I 587. What is I? I was also
I,
used as Jesus, right?
oh,
Was used
a J,
as
oh,
Jesus,
J,
right? So I 1587 means 587 AD.
the year of our Lord, kind of. You think?
No, this map is made 587 AD.
Oh, oh,
Yeah, there's that 1,000 years they added
oh,
on.
oh. So, oh, so we've got
Yeah,
an
bro.
extra. Okay. Oh,
So it's like another 2,000 years.
They added 1,000
a
years probably to
thousand.
that,
It's
right
a
on the
thousand
top.
years.
2,000 years.
Oh, all
No,
right.
one.
Okay. Okay. I don't wanna make any assumptions. Vika, what are you thinking? Because I know what I'm thinking, but what are you thinking? I don't wanna step on your toes.
No, I'm just this is what I think, and this is what it is. This is what it looks like because there's a comparison with real numbers below with the latitudes. It's really it's
Right.
like a
Right.
manipulation. They wanted to hide something. So this is
Yeah, you
in the
see.
real. It is put it as a code. I is used for ASUS. So it's like AD, right? 587 AD. El año after
Oh,
el año I is Jesus means Jesus AD
Jesus. Right.
587.
And guys, look at the similarities between the two letters, the capital I and the capital J, and the lowercase I and the
Yes.
lowercase J. They're so
Yes.
similar.
Yes.
So we have a
The plot
we have a
thickens.
freaking map which we think is 400 or 500 years old. In reality, it's the opposite. It has more than 1500
Wait.
or more, and which is very similar to a Gleason map.
Yes. This is absolutely bizarre. Now, oh wow, this is bizarre.
We have to check the numbers. Those are Arabic numbers. See what year they came up.
Yeah, check it out. But this is the thing. What do you
But
think?
it's very
What?
interesting because that would explain lots of things. That would explain a lot of things, like
Wow.
the monsters and all that shit. That would explain a lot of things if it was older. Yes.
Yeah. So, Vlad, what do
Well,
you think? What's on your mind? What do you think?
okay, so that's just like Gene said. They just threw an extra 1,000 years. They threw an extra 1,000 years, and we could speculate as to why they threw an extra 1,000 years in there. But
Yeah, so we have no idea what's going on.
right. So what they do is when you throw all that time in there, you can spread things out and say, well, that happened that long ago. It's happened so long ago, when in
Right.
fact it was just right around the corner.
Oh yeah,
So
it's
the things
also
that, the things
Yeah,
that
go
could have
ahead.
taken place, or the things that we were told took place like 1,000 years ago, maybe it was like 200 years ago, or
Exactly,
maybe
bro.
that 500 years was maybe it was a significantly less time.
One thing is sure that date 1587
Right.
is weird. Is very weird. It's not written very clearly. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, maybe
Right.
also to add that all these amazing and great civilization existed, right? The Romans and the Babylonians and the Greeks, is to give that expanse of time. I don't know, but that's a really strong manipulation going on there. Is it then really 1500 years ago, or there's an extra? We are living 1,000 years.
Or
Maybe we are living in one
yes,
1,200, 1,025, right?
Yeah, but they wouldn't speak Italian at the time. They will speak in Latin, not in Italian, like plain Italian, like it is written in plain Italian. It's
Yeah,
not
but that is the
Latin.
reason I'm saying the old source map from whoever this, even the Monte Urbano copied, or the people who added the later edition on the base of the continents, the map, the real map, after you would have added so many information with time, right? So the real
right.
original works could be from 587 AD. If that was 1,500 years ago or 1,000 years ago, that's another debate in itself, right? But here the manipulation is really deep, because here
Yeah,
it's trying to tell you the exact date, so the people who have eyes to see, we're gonna see, because there is a comparison below with the numbers of the latitude, and there you can see one is not an eye.
okay. Have you
Yes. Oh
have
wow.
you seen also that in the map? I saw that in the area next to California, there is a couple of times the name San Francisco that is written. San Francisco, when you go to Wikipedia, just came up like in the 1800s, but maybe it was the name of of the land before that. But it's written twice, San Francisco.
What?
So, yes, check it out. Check it out. I saw that twice. There's two areas. It's written San Francisco. So the thing is that maybe the map
In California.
is true. Yeah, in California. Yeah, the map is true, but maybe what was written on it, maybe it's like was added. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. It's written San Francisco twice. Check it out. In
Yeah, to
California,
be
you're gonna see.
yeah,
Really?
to not have
Yes.
eyes and have extra lands, or the fertile land itself, could say that this might be of that time that they have drawn how the earth was, right? Or this was
That's
the
for sure.
source
Yeah.
map,
Right.
or the source map was from 587. Why they have to put that information there, right at the code. If the people want to, because the people who want to just believe it blindly will say it's 1587,
I don't
right?
know.
For us
Yeah.
as flat earthers, we know that the Monte Urbano map is very special to us, right? And we were thinking we
Yes.
were giving it 400 years, but now it looks like it's
Right.
more than 1500 years, man. It it destroys the globe.
The way I see it is probably a map, very ancient map that popped up that the Vatican, the Catholic Church, could not intercept in time. So then they managed to take it and falsify it, to add up things we need, and in order to just confuse us. But maybe the map is original. The map is old, but it's been like corrupted. It's possible. The
Yes.
Vatican
Yes.
they're expert in that.
Yes.
They're fucking
As
like
soon
genius.
as I tell you what, as soon as they put their stamp of approval, like you'll see their stamp of approval in the pictures. In a
That's
lot of
it.
the pictures, you see their stamp, their seal of approval on a series of pages. And I find that funny that all those pages, especially the ones with the X-Acto knife, action done on them, have that seal of approval. And I'm like, I don't know. This is strange. This is beyond strange. Why are they going to approve a map? Why does it have to be these guys? And they also, Monty also makes it a big deal to show the fleets, right? The Spanish fleets, all these different fleets with the with their banner up, right?
Yeah,
So,
and when you look at the banners, also sometimes on the same boat, you see the flags are going in two directions, two opposite directions. So that's
mm,
also not very normal. So usually the winds don't go in two different directions in the same boat. So I believe all that
right.
could be codes. I believe there are codes into this. Maybe it's codes. Maybe I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a lot of information there. That's for sure. It's not just a map, fantasy map, right?
Exactly.
So
Right.
this is for the people to ponder and look for themselves, right? Just putting it out there, right? So yeah, that's what I wanted to share about the Monte Urbano map. Um, and before we continue on our Antarctica deep dive, any opinions before we continue? Any opinions with this? Anyone can go in
I'm
any order.
I'm just gonna take a picture of the San Francisco thing to share with you, down the line, and that's it. But
All right.
I'm done. I'm done with it. I'm gonna show you.
Okay.
All
And that's
right,
it.
Yeah.
Gene, your thoughts?
Yeah, I just wanted to bring up that I have a document from 1865. It's a banknote, and there's some printing that was obviously done by hand, probably with a quill pen, and some of it is printed from the printer. And there's two ones in this, and one is from 1865 where they leave the date
Right.
open except for they printed out 18186, and they left the last digit open for 10 years, right? Well, 9 years.
Uh-huh.
Well, 10, 0 to 9, right? So, and then down where the denomination is, where they leave you the cents over 100, they printed the 100, where you can just write in the cents over the 100, right? and the
Right.
and the and the two ones are very different. The one in the year looks like sort of like an I, and the one in the denomination clearly looks like a one. So I got to get this picture over to you, Vika. We can show everybody. It's a cool little document. It's just a banknote, but it's in nice condition too. Vlad, I showed you this. I remember you ripping on me for touching it with my fingers, and I'm like, he knows. You shouldn't be touching old stuff with your fingers, man. It's really not good. The acid in your fingers will destroy that document sooner or later. So,
Well, I'd rip on you
but
if you touched it with your toes too. So, yeah.
well, I try not to do that. But
Yeah, awesome, Gene. This is the thing, bro. If it was a mistake, there should be an I also in the longitude and latitude, right? Aloha, your
Yes.
exactly.
thoughts? Aloha, your thoughts before we continue?
Now I'm just listening, Vika. I got pretty low signal right now. I'm hanging out
Oh,
listening right now.
All right. All right.
Who's got
RG.
the weed whacker going?
Definitely not me.
I think somebody has a fan in the background or something.
Uh,
Sam, do you have a?
I have the AC on, but it's very quiet. I mean, even I don't hear it. So I don't.
Oh,
I'm
we
not sure.
hear something because let's.
It's on for like in the beginning. So if it's just new, I don't know. Wait a second.
Maybe somebody's saying maybe it's a drone or something, or
That's good.
Wait
It
on.
does sound like a
What I'm
drone.
or
gonna
maybe it was
do,
Aloha.
what,
Maybe it
what
was
I'm gonna
Aloha.
do, what I'm gonna do, Vika, is when I get to a stopping point, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna open up my map. I'm gonna check them out. I'm gonna get back on your channel and I'll show you what it is I'm talking about. Let you guys check out the video. I went ahead and I took of those parts of the map that I was talking about earlier.
Cool, awesome, bro.
All right.
Hey,
RG, your
did you guys
thoughts?
say that San Francisco is written on that map? Did you guys say
Sam
Sam,
that
Sam was
San
mentioning.
Francisco is written? Yeah, I had never seen
Sam.
that or heard that before. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I've got a copy of it, but it's not real high resolution. I'm gonna have to find a more high resolution one.
Oh yeah, there are many pieces to this. It's not only the one we see on the night. There are many, as Vlad was saying, there are many other pieces where it even shows the division and everything by different countries. RG, your thoughts before we continue?
Did that change? Do you hear noise still, or it's gone?
It's gone.
Well, so that was
No, it's not. It's
yes.
not gone. We still hear it. It's less,
Yeah,
but it's
I can
gone.
hear it a
Yeah,
little
now
bit.
Yeah, I don't hear it at all now.
It's gone.
it's slower.
No,
Are you
so
having the
that's
speed?
not me.
Like
So
it
that's
sounds
not
like it's further.
that's not me then. That's not the AC because the AC is
It's
very
better
quiet.
now. It's better now. Maybe it was the computer or somebody, or I don't know.
Okay, I'm
Vika, I
going.
just sent you a picture of that in your message. If you care to grab it, you could. But I don't know if you're able to.
Yeah, but I cannot screen share.
Okay.
I have to see. I have to see. As we go ahead, maybe if I can. Aji,
Yeah.
are you there?
So
Okay, just gonna share 1 second.
RG, are you there? Or yeah, your thoughts before we continue. All right, RG is also not there. Anyway, guys, so we'll do one thing. We'll continue. That's what I had about the Monte Urbano map. Look for yourself. Dig in, figure it out. If you find more,
Okay,
let us know.
I have those pictures. Wait a second. You just share my screen with you. If I can't share it, wait a second.
You have to send it to
Okay,
me. Yes.
okay. Share screen. Let's see. Windows. Here we go. There is one here and another one. Okay, this is the first picture. It, you see it? San Francisco.
Yeah, we see it. Yeah,
Yep.
man, it's still getting louder. The drone or whatever it is.
Wow, so that's not me. That's not. So then it's not me because it's off, totally off.
All right, everybody, mute,
Let
please.
me.
Everybody,
I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna mute. It might be me. Let me see.
everyone, mute.
I don't hear nothing. I don't hear any noise.
No, no, mute for one moment, Sam. Mute
Okay,
yourself.
okay. Wait a second.
got him.
It's you, Sam. Yeah, it's you. On again. Yeah, it's you, Sam.
Oh, that's me. Oh, okay. That's the computer itself. And now I took my ears off. Okay, okay. I'm gonna get you back from the phone. It's better.
Alrighty, alrighty.
I share just before to go. I share the second picture. Just a second, so you can record it for the record. Okay. Okay, this is it. Stop sharing. Okay, 1 second. Sharing. Share screen. window, and that's the second one. Here we go. You got it?
Aji, you need to go out and come back. You are like 2 times here in the box. Yeah. Yeah, there it says San Francisco, and then it says Vulcani. Yeah, but maybe it says San Francisco Volcan, right? And the other one is Chicana.
So there's a 500-year-old map that says San Francisco on it.
It says San Francisco Volcan.
Interesting.
It's showing volcanoes, and it says San Francisco Volcan.
Yeah.
Volcans, maybe in plural.
And look at that river.
Do you think we could see the first San Francisco?
Wait, yes, I give it to you. 1 second. Coming up. Here we go.
Okay, let's see.
It's right in California, on the California coast, where's San Francisco today?
Malaysia. Oh. San Francisco. And it's next to a bunch of mountains.
Mountains or cities? It looks like fucking cities over there. You see?
Right. You have
it's
a city to the south.
It looks like constructions.
Right. But I could tell you, the regular San Francisco that we're all used to, that San Francisco has like old structures, like a bunch of like all of San Francisco is like old as hell.
No,
Like
you
it's
know
not
what?
old.
You know what I think? I think it's just like, they try to make sure that nobody will believe that map is like 2,000 years old or 1,000 something years old. So they added up things, and so to make you believe that it's like more recent. It's possible. So
that's what I'm saying. It could be later addition to modify and contaminate the real evidence. But the best part is, even if it's 400 years old or 1,500 years old, it looked like a Gleason map. Right, and somebody was saying, right, maybe that is the reason that it shows green, the parts of Antarctica, maybe because that it's that old, right? Even the Sahara is shown green. In 400 years, it's not going to change from a green pasture to a desert, like totally desert, such a huge desert. Maybe it's from that timeline.
Now, if you look in the South Seas, if you go to those lands that look like they're starting to curve and stuff, if you look underneath those lands in the oceans, right, it'll say like frozen ocean, or the Arctic. It'll not Arctic, but rather like frozen ocean or like ice ocean. Mare Giaciaro. Something along those lines, like like frozen sea. It'll say that like all around. It'll say that.
Yes.
And then of course it'll say the same in the north. It'll say the same for the north. It'll say like frozen seas, Mare Giaciaro, or the ice seas. I don't know if that's based off of what you're saying. Like I hear it, and now it's making me wonder if they put that in there. If they just wrote that in there. Like frozen seas.
They couldn't change the map, but they could add up all these little, words there.
Yes.
Left and right, and that's why maybe it's all fucked up. Maybe because of this, the translation is not good because that was added. The map is original, but not the fucking names. Something is been made here to make you believe it's more recent.
Yeah. And you know what? You want to know something? I think somebody was definitely tampering with that map, because we see all this stuff that they were erasing in the north. It looks like they deliberately put that star. They superimposed that star on stuff that was going on in the direct north, and then they put the G in the middle, right? And so that G. To me, that this looks like it's been tampered with by the Freemasons or something. That's the best I could get, because that's what that's based off a little knowledge. That's all you understand. That it's like
I'm losing you, Vlad.
when it looks like when they show,
You're breaking
oh
up.
man, damn. Yeah. Oh, shit.
Just remember
How about now? Do I sound better?
a little better, yeah. Just
All
remember
right.
that
Yeah.
the Catholic Church
So
has
yeah, go ahead.
illuminators.
Go ahead.
You know what illuminators
Yeah.
are? It comes from out of this came out the word Illuminati. Illuminators were the guys that were like drawing nice drawings around the texts and letters to make to embellish it, to make it more beautiful, more like with gold paint and all this. So those like were their jobs. There are like thousands of people working on this, creating
Right.
books and making books. So they're experts into like falsifying, of course, maps and whatever.
Right.
So
Hey
that's
guys, you know
Right.
what? Don't forget that the United States history, they have nothing past the Mississippi River until Lewis and Clark in like 1826. That they
That's right.
said,
That's right.
and they nothing past that, just absolute wilderness. So that
Yeah.
narrative doesn't really have trouble falling apart right there to me.
Yeah. Which honestly,
Mhm,
Gene,
even
I think something happened in the middle of the country, in the middle to the west of the Mississippi. Something happened. Something big and devastating happened in the United States. I have no idea what it is, but
Yeah.
it looks like it
Like
involved a lot of heat.
it seems like
It
across the
looks like
world something happened. I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about,
yes,
but like, yeah,
yeah,
there's mud flood buildings out there. They're in New York. They're in every town surrounding every other town. I
dude.
think the
There's
bigger
mud
challenge is
flood.
to find one. I think a bigger challenge is to find a small to
oh yeah,
moderate town that
oh
doesn't
yeah,
have any.
absolutely. This is the thing, Aji. You can
Right.
try again if you want to jump in. Vlad, I think you are breaking up a bit.
All right.
okay.
How about now?
Sam,
Do I sound good?
I'm gonna leave now. I'm gonna come back with the phone because of the noise.
yeah. So you can take out the picture.
Yeah. Okay.
Close the window. Alrighty.
All right.
Okay. Bye.
So, can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah, now you're clear.
Yeah. So, all right. Yeah. How about now? Oh boy.
Yeah, you're good to go now.
Sound
Oh,
good?
okay. I thought you guys lost me again. Yeah. So, yeah, something devastated this country, right? And like you said, around the world. But if we
Yeah.
focus in on this country, you could look at a map and something happened in the west, right? Like you said, west of the Mississippi. Um, it involves, yes, a mud flood, but from what I see as well, it involved a lot of heat. I don't know if it's fire. I don't know if it's lava. I don't know what, but a lot of heat. Something destroyed the middle of this country. A great deal.
Yeah, it seems like some sort of energy weapon
Yes.
or
And I mean,
device or whatever, what
right,
you
right.
want to call it.
Yeah, sure, something. I don't know what. And what when we say those things, and I mean, I'm limited in what it is I know. So that's the best guess I can give. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But
same here.
something absolutely destroyed this place because one of the things that keeps me coming back to is Utah, right? Salt Lake City,
Yeah.
Utah. And it's like, how do you have a Salt Lake and nothing feeding it, basically? You don't.
Hey, good
So it's
question.
like,
Good question.
you know what I'm saying? At some point, that joker
Mhm.
must have been. At some point, that joker must have been getting fed by the dang Pacific.
By the
You know what I'm
oceans.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
must have been getting fed until something happened to where it now isolates Salt Lake City. You understand what I'm saying?
You know what's
And
crazy?
then,
You know what's crazy to
and
that
then the
too?
same
To
thing,
that point, bro? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
and then the same thing could be said for the Dead Sea. I would say, right? And one of the
Hmm.
things I noticed right next to the Dead Sea out there by Israel is Sodom and Gomorrah is sitting right on
Yep.
the outside of the
Woo.
Dead Sea. So it's like
Yep.
wild to me. These things are absolutely bizarre. Like I like the mud flood because we have like direct evidence of mud flooding, but I think it was like a combination, something
Hmm.
just devastated this whole place that we live on.
Well,
But
you
yeah, I'm
know
gonna
what,
land my
Hmm.
also,
plane. I'm
bro,
talking
I,
too
I
much.
I think there could be like cyclical periodic events that happen. And that's why I think the Vatican's looking in the sky for a signal that's going to let them know something's going to happen.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really what I think. The sky, well, that's what the stars and the sky is for signs, symbols, and seasons, right? So
Days in
what's
year.
the
Yeah, that's
Vatican
right.
care so much to rent space at Lucifer for? And if they just happen to
That's
call
true.
it that, right? It's just all this
Yep,
weirdness comes to shape, and
yep.
some of it leaves more to your imagination than others.
And the easiest thing for them to do is to get us all mixed up. They mix us up so good with the time that we'd be none the wiser as to we don't understand how important the stars are in us figuring out how we should be living our day-to-day lives.
Right,
So they
exactly,
mix
bro.
us up.
The moon.
They turn the stars from something of energy, from points of energy to physical objects. And then
Right, and
That's a good point.
once they put it in that realm, then we don't see them as something that's beneficial to our well-being. So when we involve time and the stars, it's totally out of our realm. We don't see the connection if we see the stars as being physical. So I'm gonna
no,
end with that. I'm talking too much.
that's good, bro.
Uh,
Because now what did they do? In turn, they got us watching stars on TV and idolizing these people
Right.
up on
Yes.
stages and stuff. So that it's a good
Yeah.
backwards
Yeah.
analogy to help you understand what they did and how they're doing it, though, right?
Yep. Yep.
oh
And
yeah,
when
Yep.
you just
I just
said,
wanted to
Gene,
know,
when you I was
guys.
just gonna say this real quick,
Aji,
Sam.
yeah,
Yeah,
Aji,
real
yeah,
quick, real quick.
we had your opinion left about all this Monte Urbano before we continue because yeah, we still have things
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. I would just add, as well as just this map, there may be some people that think about, okay, it's just a map, it's just a representation for this, and conceptualize these kind of ideas. But
Yeah.
just to expand that map has a lot of real things. It's based on reality because architecture, a lot of architecture's got that I instead of a one. As far as graveyards go, same deal. So it's these
Really.
things are based on reality. So don't take it lightly. Take it with a grain of salt, but just realize that even though it's been changed maybe a little bit or tried to cover up, the thing is, bro, the base reality is still represented in this thing, and I would say do not underestimate it just because it's a piece of paper. Is based on physical things, tangible things you can go out and touch. So yeah, that's what I want to add.
Awesome. And I think the best part is that there
Really
is a
good point.
modification. There's a modification of timeline here happening, and it could be much, much or all than what we think. All right, guys, we'll continue. Let's jump. Let's take a dive into a little bit of the extra lands. What's there in the water? We have few things to share. Let's see. Let's go, guys.
Yeah, yeah, I'm anxious to
Stop
see
me.
this.
Stop me anytime. If you guys see something or wanna add something or whatever, right? We will once we finish about this a little bit. These images, we're gonna start with the deep dive. All right. So anybody can go and have the look into all this and
Um,
check it out by yourself and try to investigate if it is an eye or one.
That's an eye. That's an eye.
hey,
Just like the eye above it. Polo
mhm.
Artica. Same eye. Same eye. It's the eye. It's not a one. It's an eye. 100%.
Looks like an eye to me.
Nice.
It looks like the same eye that there is above it. Above it, there's another eye.
Yeah,
In the
exactly.
word
Exactly.
the same thing. It's an eye. It's an eye. Forget about it.
You guys notice how that right there, that stamp is mirrored, and you see how it's got that edge kind of peeled back. It gives it that look of it. I just wanted to ask: does anyone looked into these what do you call them? Uh, I know stamp, but the seal. Has anyone looked into meanings of some of these seals, where they originate,
No.
what it's kind of? what it's alluding to in that part of the map? Like, is there a connection of its location plus, how it
Oh yeah,
was
there's
used?
a lot.
I'm
There's a
interested
lot,
in that.
RG. That map needs
Okay.
actually a lifetime, right? If we look it with a magnifying glass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's the whole podcast that we did about the Antarctica being 500 years, Antarctica Treaty being more than 500
Yeah.
years old. Gene know
Yeah.
this podcast is
Yeah.
based
I
from
watched
that
some of it.
What?
the same map.
Okay.
What?
Now, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
we have a
crazy.
whole podcast
Hey,
on
hey,
that,
and
Vlad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
go
like
ahead,
a year and a
RG.
Oh, I
half
gotta
ago.
check.
no, I just want to say this about the map. I know we're moving on, but you know, they have these long periods of time, and they base their evolutionary steps on this or that or the ice age, right? But what we found out is that these extremities, like bison or mammoths, like they were all unthawed, but they were in the middle of some kind of action or fresh foods like chewing. But something happened very fast, bro. So the time, like,
Yes.
587 to now, or if we are missing time or they're trying to hide something, bro, whatever happened
That's
in this
that's for
destructive
sure.
thing was very quick, right? It is the
Yes.
ice age in long periods of time. So yeah, I just want to say that.
The thing is
Well,
that they're
yeah.
always trying to hide something. They never try to to teach the masses. They're always trying to hide things. It's just like hiding and hiding and hiding and falsifying, and then they never tell the truth. They never fucking tell the truth. Those people never tell the truth ever.
And the
Yep.
So
stories they tell are backwards from the truth. So
Well, we're
most
finding
people
out
take them the
yeah,
quick.
wrong way.
You know, we're we're we're
Vlad,
we're
Vlad.
grouping up, bro. So yeah.
Oh yeah, Vlad. What you need to do is
Yeah.
watch that podcast because you are into Monte Urbano. I've been doing Monte Urbano from a very long time. So check out that podcast. Antarctica 3D is more than 500 years old from I think 1.5 or 2 years ago. Uh,
Yeah, that was a
we
while
have
Okay.
that
ago, man.
podcast. It's 3 hours, bro, and all the math we have shared and everything in detail about how they were divided these extra lands and the pie. Why the reason it's called an
Yeah.
empire because it's
Mm,
part of the pie,
right.
right?
They're
Right.
chopping it
So
up
I'm
and
gonna
let's
check
eating it
that
out.
out.
not
Yeah.
bad, not bad.
let's
I'm gonna
continue,
check
guys.
that out.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So from here we will see maybe some things going underwater, and if you guys want me to stop anytime, let me know. You see that this one I shared before, like crazy light stuff these guys are doing. This also we show about this continent, the crescent continent, right? If you guys somehow missed it, watch the other podcast from past 2 3 weeks where these all these geologists, cartographer, oceanographer, scuba
Mhm.
divers, different
This is them
scientists,
here. Yep.
yeah, and they are showing the crescent
Yeah.
continent,
Hey.
which was in the Operation Etherbound documents, was mentioning
Hmm.
about the crescent shape. So yeah, if you guys missed it out, check that too. We will continue.
Okay.
That's some interesting artwork they have holding up there.
Yeah. Hey, and it speaks to something about what they were just pulling up out of the ground and what they really know about. Yeah, about the ether and the light and stuff. But anyway,
So what we are seeing
that's some
here is
murky
is a
water.
barrier. What we are seeing here is like a barrier that you cannot even.
It's
I'm having an echo,
vertical?
guys. I'm
Is
having
that
an echo.
vertical?
Yes, it's
Wow.
it's like a barrier. You cannot go. It's like a wall in some parts that you cannot even go even from below, or it's impossible. There's like no way out from some of the parts, right?
Bro,
Oh
they
my
had a
goodness.
guy, I don't know how long ago, but he was in some kind of submarine and he's in the ocean somewhere.
I was in like
And
95 or something, 95 or 97, something like that.
right? Yeah, and he comes to this what appeared to be like a lake underneath the ocean, and his submarine was bouncing off of it. The density was so high that the sub couldn't penetrate it. Seems like, wow,
Yeah, and
look
then
at
they like
that.
they
Yeah.
Yeah, they destroyed his helicopter, and then he like died in a helicopter crash or some craziness like that.
Yep.
You know what was crazy is
Allegedly.
when I first heard that, his expression was he said, "Boom!" And, you know, he did that hand motion. It's like his eyes got big. He said, we were already underwater, right?" And it was like waves
Right.
lapping off the edge of that
Yeah.
outline, you know, like a pond. But yeah, that's crazy. Imagine if you were just a whole lot lighter, you know, as far as mass, like you're not as dense, and you could just go right down in between there, like a plasma maybe, or some kind of light energy, you know, and you could go to a different shield maybe, you know, who knows?
Oh, exactly.
So he's over there touching this thing, this barrier, this ice, whatever it is.
It looks like a
Exactly.
different type of water.
Exactly. Yeah.
Looks really
It's like
clear, really, really clear. If you get
yeah,
close
it's
enough.
like they're trying to some part in under diving and they cannot go through. There is no like it's like just impenetrable.
Right.
Wow. That's really interesting. It's like oil and water almost.
Yeah. It's almost like another atmosphere
Yeah,
altogether,
man.
but who knows? Jeez.
Look, he's trying to put his hand through it. He thought you could just go up to it and slip your hand through. No,
Oh
I don't know
boy.
what he's thinking, but that does look beautiful though. I like that. Appreciate you showing me that, Vlad.
Yeah. Oh wow. No problem. And that's a secret. Oh, what the? Is that
Hey,
thing
look at
stuck in the?
evolution.
Wait, is that thing
ice?
stuck?
Oh, that's a good question. That almost
Nah,
looks
he's
like that
probably
was
just
frozen in time,
conserving
don't
his energy.
Yeah.
it? Right? Maybe.
Huh.
So
But even that water
I'll
right there looks super saline, like super dense, like not the wall itself, but
The
it's
water
cool.
they're in, right?
Yeah,
Well,
but very saline.
Look at that.
it's just like a block of wall directly, like out of nowhere.
Hey, look,
And
yeah, I was about to say it almost looked like a waiting room for underwater creatures. Like, go over here and sit down. We'll call your number. You know, when the wall gets a little less dense, and you can come on in. You know,
yeah.
I don't
that's
understand.
wild.
That's a
Hey, you
wall
know
of
what though?
ice.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
an ice
It's
wall.
like a down under. You know, down under there. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's an ice wall. Like the light seems to be reflecting on
Mm-hmm.
something solid.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's supposed to be like a barrier, like an ice wall, like
So
a
maybe it's
barrier,
a.
and they're trying to look for points or opening, and they cannot find anything but just this wall.
You know,
I wonder
let's say
how deep
something.
that is.
I have a crazy theory. Maybe it's the beginning of the basis of the dome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You know what? You know stalagmites. You ever heard of stalagmites and you know,
Yes, yes,
in
of course,
caves?
Yep.
of
It's a
course, yes.
dripping and then it hardens. This
Yeah,
is like
yeah.
underwater, the same world, but it's just a little thicker dripping down through, and maybe it just hardens just like stalagmites. You know,
Sure.
Maybe it was caves before.
I wonder if it's
hey,
just
maybe.
regular ice though now. Maybe it's
Holy
just
shit!
clear
I wouldn't
ice.
say regular, because think about it. That scene, that last, and even that one, Vika, if you can pause it for a second, I'll try to. I mean, mostly everybody hopefully understands stalagmite and how, as it's the same. It's basically where it's dripping from the waters, and it's getting all the mineral
Yeah.
buildup and everything.
Yeah.
Is the same as the cave itself, right? It's just fractalized.
Stalagmites come from the bottom up. Stalactites is what you're talking about. The ones that drip from the
Yeah,
top,
yeah,
and then they
from
look
the
like
top down.
teeth inside of a cave. Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
basically, this is the
stalactites hang
same
on the
thing
ceiling,
that's happening.
and eventually they become columns.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Actually,
This is
yeah.
just on a major
Yeah. That's a
scale.
really.
Guys, but this looks like a perfect construction wall. It doesn't look like an
Don't it?
iceberg below, right? Look at how plain and horizontal it is.
Yeah, It's very different from its surroundings, basically.
So my
The
question
color.
is
See the
then,
color.
right? So is that not that? So that's not a iceberg. So that's not like the body of an
It's like a
iceberg
gas. It's a
underwater.
very cold gas. That's what that is. Very cold gas.
No, it's not supposed to be an iceberg. It's supposed to be a wall,
So,
ice wall, and which
well,
doesn't
check.
have
Oh,
any way to even go through, even from below. This is what it's.
Well,
oh
I
my
wouldn't say that. I
gosh.
wouldn't say that. I would say that. See how it is the bottom of the. It's not like a floating iceberg. I wouldn't think it's the bottom, but whatever gas comes up out of the earth, which does, it would just be probably helium or hydrogen mixed, but at a very cold temperature. They say that up high, this is the exact same thing that happens. So
Yes.
maybe just maybe this could be some part of what's above.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the thing that
That's above.
if it was an iceberg or something like that, it shouldn't be that horizontal or like a how perfection flat, right? It should have
Right.
natural,
And
yeah,
Curvature.
detail.
yeah,
but
topography, right? If you want to call
what
it.
when we think about it, these guys are not looking for fishes. They're not going like deep sea fishing. They're just like
Yes.
Exactly,
looking.
exactly, Sam.
They're looking for something. Those motherfuckers are looking for something big. So
Right.
to my mind, the only big thing they can be looking in Antarctica is the dome. Is the basis of the dome. There's nothing else that
Amen, brother.
obsesses them
Hey,
more than the dome. I don't know.
you took it out of my words, out of my mouth, brother. Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean,
Oh,
it is what it is. We got to look at the what's obvious right in front of our eyes, right? And Vika's bringing that to us.
hmm.
That's so cool, man.
It's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, because you got to figure if the guy found something underneath the ocean in an isolated spot, it's probably not isolated.
Right.
And it could be one continuous structure
Yes.
Yeah, just a dead end,
around
bro.
us.
It's just a dead end.
Going. Yes. So then my question is, can they go further left or further right? And what would that look like?
I
You
want
know
to
what I'm
see
saying?
what happens when they go
What the
up.
Right. Now listen. Hey, that's a good point. Listen. So down here, what do you think it is? -200, -180, or colder? And think
Oh,
about that, because as you go up and it gets colder, they say, in which we know it's not a vacuum up there. There's some kind of substance that can be this cold or colder. They say -300 and something, which makes
That's
perfect
like
sense.
absolute
If
zero.
it's a gradient from the ocean up to the mountains to the sky, right?
well, also, electricity tends to function better at colder temperatures. So possibly as you climb up, and since the voltage increases, right? It's just a natural phenomenon. With the increase
Exactly.
in voltage, it functions better at a much colder temperature. So the higher you go, the colder it gets naturally.
hmm And the more stable it would be,
And then
There's less
geodesic
yes,
domes.
interference.
Geodesic domes have a
geo.
frequency, right? And these frequencies are the wavelength and the bandwidth, or not bandwidth, but the wavelength of the light or the electricity or plasma that is being magnetized and electrified. And it's making the atmosphere the same way. And you get these results that you can test with, right? Repeatable, testable
Huh,
things, just like, God made a beautiful thing, right? It's a whole system.
sure
Stephanie,
did.
Exactly.
Stephanie
Wow.
saying how are the divers surviving that temp? It has to be warmer, right?
Oh,
According to the
they're wearing they're
information,
wearing they're
yeah, for
wearing
sure. That
they're wearing dry suits. They're wearing dry suits. So that's not like a semi-dry. Dry suit, you can actually get inside of like a inside of a suit, and it isolates the diver. You could put like a whole tuxedo on,
Temperature.
right? You could put a
Yeah.
whole suit of armor on and put a dry suit on, and make sure you're wearing something nice and warm to keep from getting exposed to the cold ass water.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
used to
Hey, and
I
also,
used to wear dry suits from time to time to dive and stuff, but
okay.
they suck
Okay, cool.
maintaining. So
So Vlad,
yeah,
Now listen, hey, and
what
what you're
about
saying, Vlad, those suits are really tight, right? so it keeps your blood
No,
pressure and blood flowing
no,
more. You know, when they're tight
no.
like that.
Dry suit. No, dry suit is loose. Dry suit is loose.
Oh, okay,
It's like wearing a gigantic trash bag almost, but made out of
okay.
like but made out of a superior like rubber composite. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they're
It
real
doesn't
Okay.
loose
restrict your
because they
motion at
allow.
all.
Say again.
It doesn't restrict your motion at all.
Dry suits, no,
Okay.
no,
Hmm.
And what's
I have to look
because
what's
into
the
those.
temperature?
they
What?
pump they they pump a little bit of air in it, and so the
Pressure,
way you
right?
maintain they pump a little bit of air inside of your dry suit, because what it does is, if you're wearing a
It's
dry suit
insulation.
and it's insulation, but what it does is it serves as like a buoyancy. It helps you
Mm.
remain buoyant. So if anybody's ever scuba dove before, you know how you have a buoyancy compensator, or what they call a BC,
Yeah.
where
Right.
when you hit the bottom, right? If say you're diving in a 50-foot pool, right? Once you're at the
Mhm.
bottom, when you want to come up easy, what you do is you
Oh,
put a
yeah.
little bit of air. Yeah, you put a little bit of air
Mhm.
inside your buoyancy compensator. So
Yeah.
your dry suit works the same way. What they'll do is they'll add a little bit of air to your dry suit, just to make you a
Mhm.
little bit more positively, or not positively,
Buoyant.
but
Yeah.
to give you a little bit more buoyancy, so you're a little bit,
Mhm.
so you're negative, so you're neutrally buoyant, so you can remain like
Yeah.
upright and not have to worry about being cumbersome and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Right. Yep.
So
Okay.
I know that was long-winded, but yeah, that's the dry suit is loose.
Was I think Stephanie's asking about the temperature, how to keep. I'd have to look into that too, Stephanie. That's a good question. You know, about
What's that?
keeping warm at low temperatures like that.
In the
Yeah.
water?
What are they What's the
Well,
temperature
yeah,
rating
because you
on
know
them?
they're diving in really cold waters, and she was I
Yeah,
think asking about how to keep warm, and if the
yeah.
the suits you're talking
You
about,
would
maybe
wear,
they keep something
you'd wear a
inside.
sweater, you'd wear a sweatsuit, you'd wear all
Yeah,
that shit. You'd wear a
I wonder
hoodie.
how cold
Yeah,
that
man.
gets down there.
Yeah, man.
Like,
I don't,
yeah,
man, you see how thick that ice is? That water's cold as
yeah,
hell.
I know,
So
yeah,
you wear,
right.
yeah. And if that's not fresh water, if that's salt water and it's freezing like that, god damn, that
Yeah,
shit is
Yeah,
cold.
Even
So
I
for
colder.
think
example,
so.
guys. For example, this one is from another place, the other is from another place. It's not that is the same. For example, this image
Sure,
I was
sure.
trying to show is about, because somebody was saying about, Sarah was saying bioluminescence in so many of those creatures. Yeah, exactly. Because here also you see almost is bioluminescence, right? And later it's going
yeah,
to show also some of the. So what I wanted to say about the temperatures is depend on the places. Sometimes you're having 16 degrees Celsius even on the
whew,
surface level of some of the places, right? Where you have
right,
ice, you might have 10, 20 minus degree on the surface, but when the
deeper.
lower you go, the warmer it gets.
It
Oh,
depends.
really?
It
That's
depends
cool.
because
This is this is
they call
this is
those.
what the information is. I don't know how much true is to that, right? I'm
So
just saying,
so
yeah.
yeah. So it depends. Like on the surface, it'll be a little chilly, but then you could go down and then it'll warm up. But then you could go like a few feet deeper, and then it'll get cold, and then you'll keep coming across these different layers in the water,
Yeah. You'll
and
get
they
pockets.
actually. Yeah, they call those thermoclines, right? And those thermoclines, they kind of replicate what happens in the sky. So it'll change temperature from layer to layer, depending on how deep you go and stuff. So it's wild.
Yeah, that makes
The
sense.
thing is, the thing I see that the hole they dug there is big. Is too big for just like one man to go through. That means that if
No,
they just
Sam, I was
wanted to,
saying, Sam, I
I,
was
I'm
saying the another one with the square was another place they were drilling. This is another place. All we have to gonna see is not in one place. It's different dives in different places, or extraction, right? It's not just in one
what
place.
that's what I'm saying
Oh,
is if they dig a big hole, that means that they might also put machines in there, or like like I don't know.
mm,
It's not just for one man to go down. It's for something bigger.
yep,
That's all
yep.
I'm
That's
saying.
a good one.
Oh yeah, yeah. And this is also what I'm trying to say to the people is that it's not just one dive from one place. So it's just different dive compilations, right? Or
Yeah, yeah.
seeing the
Let's see what
animals
else you
and
got for us. Like I bet you got some more interesting stuff though coming up, huh?
Oh yeah.
All right. Hell yeah. Hey man, every week, bro, you got me on edge, man. I'm trying to either contribute to the conversation or bring home something I can start looking into again, man, bro.
So
So I
if you have missed
appreciate you, bro.
something, if you have missed any podcast from the last week, check it out. Share every podcast. We shared some amazing stuff. So
What is that? Those are fishes, like frozen fishes or like live
Yeah, I'm
fishes?
trying to figure that out too, man. They're moving.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
they're
oh yeah,
froze.
yeah.
They're
That's
frozen there.
no,
You
yeah,
can see the
they're
depth.
moving.
Well, some of them, right? It looks frozen. Yeah, it does. It looks
oh,
like air
it's
pockets,
more
and
relaxed. It's like very chilled
it's
environment.
so
They're not like so
thick.
much hyper.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they don't have to do nothing to float, bro. They're just right there. That's cool.
No predators,
Right.
no
Hey
big
man, it's
fish.
like
I
us in the
know.
ether, right? We're just floating around up here. We just weigh something. That's all.
Yeah, I don't
Which is
understand
crazy.
how people can understand bioluminescence down in the ocean like that and still believe evolution.
Right, right.
That freaks me out. Like, how
Here's
did those
a
fish know it was dark to
here's the
even
machines.
grow a worm
Yeah,
that
Fuck is
yeah.
glowed
that?
in
Check
the
it out.
Oh,
dark?
Check.
look at
You
that.
saw that guy that was
Hey,
like a
go back. Yeah,
wreckage.
yeah.
It was some
Come
kind
back
of
to
a
that
wreckage.
to the guy that
Hey, look at
opens
that,
up the.
56,000 emails down the drain.
What the fuck is that now?
That's the emails.
Holy shit!
Check that out,
Vi-
bro. What is that
Vika
coming
is
out?
driving this.
I have no idea. It looks like some kind of a vehicle.
An
Like they
ancient vehicle,
recorded
not
something.
a.
That was their records or their belt or
That's
something.
the 56,000 emails.
Maybe a Nazi U-boat or some shit.
Maybe. I wonder how deep this is too, man.
Everything is fucking possible with these fucking people.
Look at that
True.
water. It's a really nice color. It looks like antifreeze.
And we wonder how all the ocean gets fed. That's all like food for people, or for fish, not people. Man, I done
Wait a
hit the bowl,
second.
y'all. The bowl got me relaxed. Damn. Let me mute up. I'm sounding
Wait,
crazy.
those are man-made objects over there down there. Maybe they're looking for like an
Yeah,
ancient
that's what
boat
I'm
or
Yeah.
saying.
some
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. That's why I'm excited
It's a,
because it's like, damn, man.
it's a submarine. It's an old submarine. Check it out. I think it's a
Hey,
submarine.
imagine how many trips the ancient sailors took around Antarctica to try to figure things out before it was all frozen.
Yeah, the trips took them.
Right? Yeah, true. And like the ice oceans you guys were speaking
Oh
about
yeah.
earlier,
Look,
those probably didn't even
Looks like a
exist
that's
craft.
until.
Yeah, looks
that's a
like a
boat.
craft, Sam.
It's a fucking boat. Fucking
Yeah,
U-boat.
look at that.
Hey, on this moon map, they got all the Nazi bases like that are past the main ice wall, or that
So you
before
missed.
everything froze. Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah. So you missed the last week's podcast because
Oh, those are big
we.
ones.
No, I heard some. I
Oh,
heard
those are
some. Yeah,
frozen.
yeah.
Seals. Navy SEALs.
Man, look at all that.
Navy SEAls.
So Vika, how many different wrecks can you remember that you went
Oh, check. Yeah,
and
yeah.
got
Check it out.
the
You saw that?
Here
when
we
you went and
go.
got the information?
Here we
Mhm.
go. Which that's important. Wait a second. The fuck is that?
Okay.
That's a Disney
Look,
cruise line. That's what it is.
they're looking for Jimmy Hoffa.
Jimmy Hoffa. Yeah. Damn, I'm trying to think. Let me mute. I'm gonna think of a good one, man. Man, they're looking for the giants. Is
What
what
the
they're looking
fuck?
for. The damn bones.
Yeah, it looks like a under part of the
I don't
ship, right?
know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
This
a
is
huge ship.
Yeah, it's a ship.
yeah, this is from the
It's a
giants, man. I'm
ship.
telling you.
I would never
That's
in a
a ship.
million years do that. You'd never catch me. You'd have to force
That's
me
a
to do
plane.
that.
That's a fucking plane. That's a
Look at the
plane.
tank.
Oh yeah, look at that. A tank.
Jesus.
Protecting the
Hey,
underwater.
look how small this guy is too. Look at man, he's tiny.
That's a big plane.
Wait a second. Plane that have been shot down maybe, but tanks. The fuck tanks? What
doing in
tank
the
is
water,
that?
and I don't know if it's German, Russian. I don't know from where is it.
It's
The
Hey, bro,
fucking
you
tank.
need
hard
a
to
tank.
say.
When the Bible talks about giants in those days, they were expecting something.
Yeah, right. That
Mm.
that green looks American to me, but on the tank,
What a
very
tank is
Hey,
nice.
we
doing over
can,
there.
you know how you take a picture in Google and you just put it and it gives you the information.
Yeah,
That's what you should do with these, man. Just
yeah,
see if it pulls up anything.
yeah. Because the style
Uh,
isn't really ringing a bell, but the color looks
Oh
American.
yeah,
But
but the
that,
shape you see on the left, it says some letters on the left.
mm,
But we cannot make out if it's Russian, German. How did this get there? I don't know. Maybe it was
yes.
part of some
Well,
basis.
we know
Hmm.
that the army throws ancient tanks in the sea. We know that they get
right.
rid of the tanks and everything. We know this, but this doesn't look like. Wait a second.
Screwed up, right? It looks in good condition.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah, it
look like.
landed
Yeah,
on its
yeah.
wheels.
It was operational when they dropped it. That's for sure. It looks like it. You know.
Can you imagine the stuff they dump in the ocean, man?
And this jet
I
in the
can't even
middle.
think about that.
What do you think? What do you guys think about this jet? Doesn't look that old too.
This this is a
Yeah,
caravel. That's a caravel. It's like an actual. It's like from the 70s, I think. We call that in French caravel. It's
Mm.
like with all the little windows on the side like this. It looks like it. I don't know. I don't have enough detail, but it's a
the wing might
Yeah.
be able
commercial
to tell
plane.
you something.
It's not
I don't
military.
know.
I
Hmm.
don't think so.
The wing might tell a good story.
I wonder
Fucking hell, man.
exactly where this at. If we knew the latitude, that would be cool.
Well, the first thing I ask myself is, first of all, if this is in Antarctica, how the fuck and why does that tank, get there? What
Well,
do
it's
they
all
have need the tank
military.
in Antarctica?
Yeah, I'd
Sam,
like to know. Yeah, where exactly that tank is? Because how far
Well,
offshore did they
tank is
Sam,
for
you
dump
don't
it?
I can
war.
remember
tell you this.
last week we shared about those bases. How many tanks were there on the ice? Rusted, right? These don't look so much
Hmm.
rusted, but it could be a part
No.
of the base. It could have been used and left there, uh, or maybe the enemies, whoever the enemy
Yeah,
Hey,
but
was, all right, for them.
so maybe at the time of the Second World War, maybe the Nazis, maybe I don't know, maybe I don't know. I never heard about an army bringing tanks on the ice over there. I never heard of it. Even Admiral Byrd didn't bring tanks. I don't think so. Did he
Yeah,
bring
yeah,
tanks?
yeah, but yeah,
Ah,
but
he
we don't
brought.
know what the Germans. We don't know what the Germans had,
Yes.
right? Or the
Or the
Russians
so.
had.
Yeah, but the point is to make war. You don't bring a tank. It's for fighting. It's not to
Yeah,
dig.
but
Yeah, it's for defense though too.
yeah, but
If they
that also
weren't
shows
sure what's down
exactly
there,
it shows the defense. They have to have some armament. They just cannot go explore something without ammunition
yeah, really.
and defense, right?
hmm,
Yeah, but you have other ways to
well,
fight on that kind of field. On that kind of field, I don't think tanks are the best, weapons. You need planes or soldiers by foot. I don't know. Tanks. It's hard to get there. It weighs like 100 tons. A tank is like a
Yeah,
hundred
but
tons. It's like
Yeah, but
yeah,
they got
maybe because
ships.
now, yeah, go ahead, Gene.
They got ships that can fit 100 tanks on though, and helicopters that pick 5 tanks up, drop them right on the dime. You know,
yeah. Now, but
Exactly.
what about then?
I would imagine. Sure, they could pick up um a tank with a helicopter 50, 70 years ago. I would imagine.
No, what I'm trying to say is that
Can't say for
either it was
sure.
for either they were like thinking about making wars between us, like between countries, the Soviets, the Nazis, the Americans, or
Nah,
maybe
those wars are fake, man.
no,
That
no
was a defense thing right there. I bet you.
so that's what I'm saying. Or maybe their thoughts, like many do, and maybe I start believing start believing in it too, that they believe that there were all other people there, other
Right, that's what I'm
population,
thinking. There's something else
and they
down
didn't
there that
they
they're
didn't know
not
what the
too
fuck they
sure
were gonna
about.
find.
Exact. That's what I mean by defense. Not from like just some other
Yeah,
country. No way.
yeah,
I don't really think that. Some other kind of people, maybe though, something they're not sure about. That's what I would think.
yes, yes. This
Yeah,
is
oh
more.
yeah,
That
Defense,
makes more sense.
exactly.
there are some amazing comments by the people, right? Like they're almost. Jeff says square planes window 1940s to 1950s, right? some reference
Okay.
there. What could have been happening
Nice.
there? The plane might, da I cannot tor. It says the plane might have hit the dome and crashed, right? And then we have Stephanie
It
saying
looks in good
Operation
condition too,
High
though.
Jump, right?
Hmm.
And then
Oh,
what else?
maybe they could use the tanks to shoot on the dome also, to shoot like a fucking 120
Sure.
millimeters.
Yeah, a
It's
whole.
also possible. You don't know
Yeah,
what the
right,
fuck they had in
exactly.
mind.
Possible.
You don't
Exactly.
know what they had in mind.
And Chilster Deluxe said that can't be that deep. Could be possible that it's not that deep in the ocean. It's just
Right.
maybe like maybe a few hundred feet,
Yeah, because
right?
Yeah,
how much pressure can you go down in any kind of suit? I don't know.
no,
Maybe
not
Vlad
much,
has a
not
good.
much.
There's got
I
to be
think
a formula, and if you can
100 meters
identify
something.
the suit, then you may be able to identify just how deep is you're able to go with that type of suit.
I think it's 100 meters or something, not more.
That's like 300 feet, 400 feet is not far.
I think so. I'm not sure, but I don't believe more than that.
That's a
I know
lot of pressure.
I know the submarines, they go deep down like up to like 400 meters something, not more. I don't think so. Maybe now a little more, but it's not like miles. That's for sure. It's like a few
Right.
hundred meters.
Um, if I
So
could add
wait, don't
anything
they?
to the value to this what we're talking about, this subject in particular, looking at the moon map here, it seems that like South Africa, that way there's a concentration of more bases that are past the what we call the ice wall. I just wanted to point that out. It seems to be 1, 2, 3, 4, like 12 to 16. It looks like bases.
Yeah, because it's an
Yeah,
enter
South
point.
Africa. Go. Yeah, I
Exactly,
just wanted to say
RG,
that.
because it's an enter point for all many of the
Yeah,
countries to
that's
start
what I thought.
their over beyond lands
Mhm.
exploring or adventures,
Right,
right?
and
You're right
in a
on
short
that.
time, the waters rose. The waters rose. I would think sometime. Ah, man, it just saying what we said so far, probably late 1800s to early 1900s, just because I also found in the north is late the 80s, late 1880s to 90s was when they put 14 bases around the north. So just wanted to say that.
Alrighty. So let's see what have we got more. You can see the it's freaking huge, yeah.
Yep, we can see it.
Huge. You see the size of the wings.
Yeah, that's big. It looks like 50 men wide or more just to tail end.
Wow.
See that?
Oh yeah, you could put 40, 50 men easy wide.
A lot
Damn.
of gas fit in that wing.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
What is that? It's a plane. What is it?
Yeah, it's a back part of a
Yeah,
plane.
the tail
You
of
see how
tail
huge is
end.
it?
Yeah,
And it looks like it's strange. You see it's like almost like a jet or something.
that's military for sure, bro. You can't.
Maybe
That's
it's a
not commercial.
prototype
That's
of
a military.
UFO
Yeah.
prototype. One of the UFOs prototype, maybe.
I don't know. That looks like a regular plane, just really big, like a
I don't. I
like a
don't. I don't.
757 or 747.
It's
Oh,
too.
sorry.
Yeah,
Go
we
It's
ahead.
didn't
not.
Say
have
that.
757s in the 40s and 50s.
It's not too big. It's too big to
Right. They
be.
had something else.
It's
Yeah,
too big. Look at the man.
the wings are too big to be a jumbo jet. That's what Sam is trying to say, right? The
Yeah.
part of the behind cannot be so huge. Maybe it's not the same plane; it's another plane, but that's too big to be
It's not. It's
a
not for me.
commercial.
No, no, it's not a plane. That's not a plane. That's not a commercial plane the way we know. What the fuck?
What was the name of those other ones? The C-30, C-130. The military
Yes, the
has now
130.
cargo plane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's kind of what it reminds me of. Yeah.
I don't know if it has a wing like this,
I don't
but
know. I mean, I'm not saying that's exactly what it is. It just kind of reminds me of the size and everything, and the
those are
doors and
structures.
windows.
What is it? That's yeah, yeah. See, that's a That's no, it's not a submarine. It's those are boats. Wow. But these boats were like, they
Diesel
were hit.
engine.
They were hit, or no? It's not. They just didn't drown. They were hit. The plane, I don't know, but the boat looks like it exploded somehow. Wow, look at the marks.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah,
looking
did
at
you
that.
see
That's
the
funny.
hold on, did you see the round motor on top? Is that a motor or like an air intake to keep things
Yeah,
cool?
it's
That
a
was a
jet, right?
huge.
It's more looks like a jet than a
On the
Yeah,
propeller plane.
but did you see where the engine was on top of the back of the plane? Like it
on the
was
back
close to the
fin,
tail.
right?
Yeah, that thing was wild looking. Like it was big though,
Huge.
like an engine or an intake, like a cool intake. So like superchargers, they have the hood scoop things where a lot of air can come in and cool it.
You know that the
That's kind of
engines
what it
in the
reminded me of.
U-boats, they were like, self-sufficient. They didn't work with it was some kind of
I'm gonna see if I can catch it at the right time here. Right there, right
look
there.
at
Stop
look
it
at
right
look
there.
at
See
stop
that big,
stop stop it
huge?
stop yeah.
Yeah, that's a big circle, like on the back of the. That's not aerodynamic at all. Like, what the
Yes,
fuck was that for?
that's something else. That's something else. And look at the
Maybe it's a
Hmm.
marks. Yeah,
submarine that we
It
just
might
don't
be.
know.
yes,
Maybe that's
maybe
a
it's a
I don't
sub.
know.
submarine.
I
It's
don't
just
know. I don't know.
with the windows.
Why not?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a
The
weird look.
submarine with the windows. Yeah,
Maybe
it
it's
has
not.
the huge wings.
It could be 1,000 years old.
Very true.
Yeah,
Very true.
It might be on the Urbano Montes map.
Looks more like a jet, right? On the top, that
Yeah,
circle above
dude.
It's
is
not a jet. It's
It's
not a
almost like a
jet.
sonnet.
It's a
no, no.
submarine. It's
I
not a fucking
maybe it's
jet.
not a jet. Maybe it's not a jet, but that
Those are not
that
wings.
circle doesn't look like a propeller
I know,
Yeah,
anything.
right? It's weird.
what if
that's not a.
that's not the back? I mean, the back of the wings are smaller. The stabilizers, right? They're smaller.
That's not a plane. That's like
Well, hold on.
the.
That would make Yeah, that would make sense that it would be going forward, like away from us. Like it would be more aerodynamic then. So whatever's at the very end is more pointed, it would seem. And this puts, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Like that's the
Don't count
back of
my
the plane,
words.
and
I'm just looking. Yeah.
like if that's the
Maybe
back
those
of the
are not
plane, and the front
windows.
of the plane is pointing towards
Maybe
us.
maybe those are not the windows. Those are just like some kind of exhaust. I don't know,
Oh, for
some shit.
torpedoes, bro. Turn
No
sideways and
torpedo,
fire the
no torpedoes.
motherfuckers.
Maybe for the water to come out, or so for the air. I don't know, something to
Yeah,
some exhaust
for
pipes or some
dropping
shit.
or buoyancy.
I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah, who
some shit.
knows?
But
Hey,
those are not
the
wings.
Nazis were smart. They could do some shit. Yeah,
Look at
and I'm
that.
just saying, if that is Nazi technology, that would be something weird that
I
we don't
think
know
that's
about.
a
Maybe.
I think that's a word we're gonna get flagged with, that N word, guys.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry
we
about
have
that,
to
bro.
take care. Yeah, we have to take care with that NAZI word. Yeah, if we abuse that word, we're gonna be flagged. So yeah,
Yeah, they don't like
we
that
see if we
word. They
can try
don't
to
like
catch some
the
things.
shape. The Big Dipper going around in the Four Seasons, the shape it makes that they demonize.
Yes, yeah,
They don't like
that's an
anything
old
like that.
symbol. Yeah. Well, we know what it means. We know the truth, bro. Right?
Yeah,
But sorry, I won't
Those
say
are
that no more.
those are not wings to fly. That's not flying wings. This is stabilization wings. It's not for flying like
Stabilizers. Yeah,
in the air. It's for the water. It's too short. You cannot fly
it's a
with
big
wings like
yeah. So
vehicle,
this.
maybe it
man.
is a submarine then.
That's some kind of some underwater stuff. I don't know. Underwater. I don't
It's in
know.
there. Maybe that's a waterproof tank they could drive on the bottom.
So
Yeah, right.
Maybe,
anything is possible. We don't know. They've been making so many weird stuff.
It's
We're
pretty
gonna
Technical
flat
stop at
stuff.
though. The
exact
under,
points because
the
some places it looks like a blame too.
true, true. Hey, did you see the floor that the tank is sitting on? How flat it is, like how level? That might have been inside of something. You know, like a floor of a submarine or a plane. But you see how flat that is? Is that the ocean floor? You think?
Oh yeah, that is the
Um,
reason we are saying maybe that's not that deep.
Right, right, right. True. Okay. whatever light source they're using to light up that tank on yeah, you would think on the bottom of the ocean floor, that would be hard to light up like that. So maybe it is pretty shallow. You get my point? Like some kind of light source they're using, underwater light source, is very, very bright, or it's having a little help from the environment above it, outside the water. Just my thoughts. I'm gonna mute up again.
So what's the point for them to go there and like what they're trying to retrieve something? It's not National Geographic, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, they're
Look at that.
exploring. They're
Yeah,
finding
what is-
things out. They're exploring. They're taking
That's
things. They're taking.
that's how do you call it? Like a pipe, like a soft pipe, like the one for the water hose. It's like some kind of a hose or something, like the fire
It looks
department
like
have.
it could be a filter, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, both of those are good ideas for sure. Possibilities.
You guys ever seen a movie called Creature from the Black Lagoon?
Yeah. I don't remember all of it, but yeah.
I mean, but a cool creature. You only saw it in like the
Yeah.
last 5 minutes. You didn't even see the creature till like the last 5 or 10 minutes of the movie.
Why is it green like this? Because I use like
Maybe
like
a
Like an
night
algae.
infrared.
vision. Maybe a
Okay,
night
okay.
vision, or
Night
maybe the
vision, yeah, night
lighting.
Yeah, night
vision.
vision.
Oh, that's a mine. That's clear. That's a mine. It's
Oh, that's
it's an
cool.
entire ship's mine.
Ah,
When
they
you
were
hit it, it
preparing
explodes.
for
ships?
something.
That
They
was
were,
from the Second World War. That's clear. That's
Yeah.
clear. That's a
They
mine,
used to be
fucking mine.
floating from the wires, like
Yeah,
something would
that's
hold
it.
it down,
Yeah,
basically.
you
Yeah.
the ship hit it and it just explodes. Maybe that's why maybe the thing went
Mhm.
down. Maybe that plane went down, one of those mines. So they were defending themselves. So
didn't show any
Well,
damage.
they had the treaty, right? They were all ganging up to protect themselves against what? Against creatures, maybe, like the map showed? Giants that want to swim under there and try to get you. But yeah, that would make sense. Like you want to
well,
cordon off the areas that America or
eh,
Britain or
well,
you see what I'm saying?
if you think you found a gold mine, you don't want the Russians to come, you
Right.
don't want the French to come, you don't want anybody to come, you want to protect the area, you just grab. Maybe that's just it.
Like land
Maybe it's
grabs.
just that, yeah, just land grabs in the beginning. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I know they chased off somebody, and that group has a lot of bases on one side of this map that I'm looking at here.
The guy
Oh, by the
has
way,
a
I bought a 4 foot by 3 foot moon
wait
map. So
wait
I've
a
got
second.
the
The guy has something written on his arm, like some kind of a seal or something. It's Russian. I think it looks Russian.
okay.
Check it out. If you can come back on that what he's got on his arm here. You see? Some kind
I'm
of
not good with.
logo. So well, the letters. If you can
Like I say,
stop
maybe something
when,
you can pause,
yeah,
try to
check it out.
clear up
Looks
the
like
picture, and
looks Russian.
Yep.
Check. Anti. It's no, it's regular letters. I read ANTI.
you sure? You sure it doesn't say Sam
Are
Uh,
you
Yelena?
sure,
oh,
Sam?
Or
okay, the first letter I
We
don't
don't
know.
see.
Well, I
We
don't
see
know how
Sam
some
to read
Yelena.
letters
it.
there, but
I think it says the Earth is flat.
You're
That'd be
damn
great.
right. Hey, it looks flat to me.
Chilster,
Circle, yeah.
But that's a
Chilster
weird
Deluxe is
fucking
saying Santi, and the Icanator is saying Santi. Are you
Yeah,
guys
it
yes,
having
looks like
such
that
a
too,
such a good
actually.
eyesight? I don't see.
Antarctica. I don't know. Well, that's
And
very important because if we could identify it, we could.
you want to look it up?
Okay, stop. Yeah,
Like
that's perfect. Santi. Yeah, you're right. Santi.
The-
What the fuck is Santi?
these guys have good eyesight. Yeah.
Santi.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like Santi.
Somebody can Google it.
Okay, I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah,
try. Go
we're on
ahead.
it.
Maybe it's the Santikatera mechanism.
That's it.
Could be Santi, could be it's Sak, or maybe Sang 71. Could be
It said God drew a circle upon the great deep,
Yeah, it's
and he
Santi.
saw
Banti.
that it was
Santi.
good, and it was so.
Could be also Banti.
No, no, it's a S. It looks like an S,
It could be a Ranti.
but Santi. Maybe it's a. It's a saint. You know, fucking Vatican. Task force.
Yeah, right.
Boy, you got something out. You came out of left field with that one, man. I wasn't ready for that one.
Oh,
It's the Pope Special Force.
someone is saying maybe is it true underwater diving suits? Maybe it's a brand. Could be.
Yeah, it's a, yeah,
Yeah.
right. It's a brand. Yeah,
Hey, we're
maybe it's a price.
advertising for them. you know.
Yeah, maybe it's a price. They forgot to take off the price. On sale, $9.99.
Yeah, get your oxygen while it's here, Santi. The best air tanks
Yeah,
ever.
yeah. Santi, working hard for you. From from
Hey,
our family.
finding underwater
Check
things
this
every
out,
day for
guys.
flat earthers.
Check this out, guys. That looks
Holy
like
shit.
a Viking or a.
Okay, so that's now we're far away from the Vatican, from the N word.
I think it says for
Safety
gene edited
precautions.
only.
What's that?
I said it says that's the logo for gene edited only.
That's
That
good.
horse looks like fucking, terrified.
Part
I
horse,
don't know
part
what
man, big lips all day.
It reminds
what
me of
Yeah.
Lucifer, the horse they got in the Denver airport.
what the
Oh
hell
shit.
is this?
In this part, they even found things made of gold. Yeah. FE Nation says looks like gold. Yeah.
Yeah, gold or brass maybe.
Ah,
Copper.
brass, would
Well, no, copper would
deteriorate.
turn green.
So
Yeah.
that could come from a different another civilization. That is
Is
possible,
this on
even though
like
we can
a
make this.
ship or something? Because it looks
I don't know.
pretty
Yeah,
new
yeah.
and
It
It
like
looks
looks like
like
underwater.
what do they
could be a
got?
ship or could be a
Mhm.
part of a temple or some
Mm.
structure.
Yeah, yeah.
Why would any modern country or military outfit have a gold horse in the Antarctic?
No, that's for sure.
Exactly. Maybe it's from another timeline or other civilization or
Yeah,
Yeah.
older.
yeah.
Or as I said, these are from different places. It's not just in one place.
Holy man,
Hmm.
and it's
Yeah,
not
I've seen
even.
some very interesting things over the years, man. That's underwater. I mean, even if it wasn't right at Antarctica, and it gets in a little bit shallower waters. I mean, dude, you see so many cities, and everything seems to be in line with what we see on the surface. Uh, but that there are oddities like this right here that just make you think deeper.
Well, something is going on over there. That's for sure. And they won't tell us. They won't tell us. That's for sure.
That's all right. We don't. Hey, we'll never get disclosure like that from our quote unquote governments, officials. Oh, that's cool.
You,
But
we
we
have
can
to.
find out shit for ourselves. Like doing this right here.
We got to save all these pictures. We have to save everything. We have to download them and save them.
You guys know what they say about politics, right? That's the entertainment division of the military-industrial complex.
Oh yes,
Yep.
So,
that's for sure. That's
right.
for sure.
That's such a strange-looking statue. I'd like to get a
I
frontal
know that
view
little
on
with
that.
the. You talking about that
What's
dude
up
right
with
there with the teeth?
Yeah, what's up with the headdress around it though? It's hard to figure out.
Mm,
Holy
sure.
fuck! What is
Not
that?
this one, the horse.
Looks
That's
like
just weird, like a gnome. Like so
That looks
strange.
like a vampire to me.
Are you sure they're not throwing us? They're not throwing some pictures like to like fuck with us to like just like
Dude, hold on,
deviate.
go back. There's a dude. That was cool. He was inside, like underneath, like he was sitting in a triangle looking thing. Here we go. Like there was wood. It looked like wood going across. Did that look like wood to y'all? Like that? I don't know.
Yeah, some looks like wood, and it's also gold. It is different
Yeah.
metals.
Well, maybe they're treated like to not
Holy shit! It's for me so
grow all the
difficult to.
algae on them.
Yeah,
Maybe
for
they've
me
got
it's
a
so
special kind
difficult
of
to get at the
oil.
exact points, man. That's
Yeah,
scrolling.
yeah. Dude, this is interesting. Yeah, right there. Look at that. Check that out. That's like the border, like where somebody stood, maybe. Right
Oh
there.
yeah, guys, I'm putting it out there. If this channel is gone, all this is gone. So if you guys want to say, because I'm putting it there on my
Okay,
channel.
I
Davos
found
reminds
the
me of like
I
something from Egypt.
I found the Santi. I found Santi.
What'd you
What
get?
it says.
It's a diving equipment.
Ah, cool.
It's a diving equipment.
Oh, that's
Chat
cool.
said that. I'm
I
cool,
just said I
guys.
wanted to look that up. Remember Sam earlier? So how they work, how they stay warm. That's cool if you drop that link.
Say
Hey, wait a
Santi on
second. Did that little carving of that guy right there, the troll? Did he have like fangs coming out of his mouth?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I said he looked like
looks
a
like.
vampire. Yeah.
I didn't catch that till just now.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Followed
Oh,
away
Look at
wait a
that.
second.
See, so it's not as big as I thought either. Like that horse is fairly small. Like, you see that? Yeah. Oh yeah, he's got
Weird. We're
fangs.
like, what is that? That's so strange.
Dude, maybe just a whole different world, whole different culture.
But it
I
reminds me
don't
of
know.
like
Maybe
the
the
old tales
pygmies.
of the
Maybe the
giants.
pygmies, right? Right, because Psychedelic shared a video about pygmies. Could be 4 feet tall. Could be the
Oh yeah, that
statues
were
and
on the
sculptures.
other. Yeah, that was on the other lands, like past. Is that what you're talking about, Vika? What he
Yeah,
dropped
even the
about?
north, but it
Uh,
doesn't only have to be north, right? It could be, as I said, north is also in the end is part of the extra lands, because if you go
mhm,
more, you are heading south anyway.
mhm. Very true. And all these older maps got the four lands, bro. And when have you guys heard me ever talk about the apex dome? And when people look in the sky, it looks like a cross in a circle, and it's wavy. Well, anyway, the apex dome is supposedly in the very very top. It's like a almost like a mirror, like a part of the firmament that you can see in the north. It's like around where Polaris is, and people talk about it in culture and different timelines at different points. So, yeah, I think yeah, the north absolutely is part of the mystery of the Southlands as well.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, that's all I want to say.
What is he having? What is he holding? He's also have something. Or he's sitting down or sitting on a chair.
Yeah,
Right there, it looks like he's playing a drum. But
right.
like a drummer in the Revolutionary War.
Maybe it's just
It's
like
a little bit
a
more
dwarf.
shiny.
It's
Like
like
than he
a
is, it
He's
reflects a
like
little more. Yeah.
he's like at the top of the triangle of a house or something. It's so weird.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
so
like the gable.
crazy.
Yeah.
it's like a dwarf or something, like a hobbit or some shit. Like I don't think
Maybe
it's like
that's the outhouse that is missing out of every old building. That's where you go do your business. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, outhouses are a great place to dig up artifacts.
Right. Find a bunch of
Oh
shit
yeah,
that don't matter. I mean, it matters. Yeah.
that's where that was like they threw their garbage in that pit in the pit too. You could find change that fell out of people's pockets while they were sitting down in there. You find a lot of really cool stuff in the outhouses. That's where if you go digging, that's what you want. Man, you want to find the old outhouse. Usually straight out the back door too. If you look at an old house, 1700s, 16, 1800s, you look out the back door, often you'll see a dent in the backyard. And if you go probing, stick a rod in there, you'll be able to find the stone wall. And that's where you dig.
That's funny. Is that a
Damn. Now I
dress?
know what to do.
So yeah,
Exactly. Mhm.
it could that's
Or
a
is it a,
that got to be a person that actually existed. It could have been a race.
yeah, but it's just like if you found like some toys in my daughter's room, and you're gonna see that it's from a different
Yeah, but
civilization. We
from
don't
this
know.
side, they also got gold. They found gold
Hey,
stuff. They're not gonna show us that part, but yeah.
hey, sorry about that, guys. I didn't mean to. Thought I was on mute. Hey, but Vika, I'm gonna drop a link in the private chat here that's got some very interesting on the surface relics and statues and like the blocks that got destroyed, like just like here on that we
That's
can.
not a.
Yeah, but it's
That's
from
not toy.
Antarctica, and I wanna give that to you.
That's not toy. That's
Awesome,
too.
bro.
That's too. That's not. That's not a toy. That's not something like like a imaginary character. Like I don't think so.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
these
especially with those teeth. Yeah.
these statues I'm mentioning about on the surface. I don't know exactly the latitude, but it's from 1884. They're all original pictures from Antarctica. Like, yeah, very early missions. But I don't know if you've seen them yet, Vika. I don't think I've ever sent them to you, but if you will, if you are into the mystery of Antarctica and cultures and statues that we've never seen, I'll be happy to, send you the files and you can choose to post them or not. It's up to you. But I'm gonna put them in the private chat here.
Cool.
You know, there's one thing interesting that statue there. You can see there is like two kinds of canines, like two teeth coming out of his mouth from below, and it's the same thing that the how do you call those big fat animals there, living on the ice, they have also.
Walrus?
Yeah, worse. There are those that have long teeth from the top down, but there are others that have teeth from the bottom up.
Right.
And I was wondering, why are those teeth like this? Is it for them to catch fishes, to catch seals, to catch? I don't know what they do with those teeth.
Well, you
So I'm
remember
just
they
Yeah,
wondering
said that
if it
the
if it was.
manipulation of DNA and mixing of species, that might have been a time where that was prevalent.
Yeah, but maybe they use those teeth. Maybe also they use it for like catching. I
yeah.
don't know if I don't know if those
Yeah,
people might have believe in the water. It's possible, because
yeah. Look at
why
his
do we need
eyes,
those
bro.
teeth?
His eyes are effed up
Yeah, and
as well.
check his garments,
Well, that's
guys.
to
You see the
puncture and
details. You
probably
see, yes, you see the
probably
details.
grab a hold of the prey and shred, kind of. That's a
Look at
carnivore looking kind of tooth.
the dress. Yes, like a clothes like with a button,
Right.
Yeah, and
like
like
a.
quite detailed and
His
fancy
his
clothing.
right
And
eye. Look at his right eye. Looks like it's looking upward. Do you see that? You can see the part of the black
Oh
pupil
yeah,
looking
yeah, yeah.
up.
Like towards his
yeah,
nose. Yep.
Yeah,
and what
it
is
looks
in his
creepy.
lap? What is in his lap?
Yeah.
Looks
Like, is
like
that a doll or something?
Mm. Almost like we have dogs for pets. Maybe that's his little pet. You know.
Maybe they use that character for making Warcraft. That movie that is the same kind of people. I don't know. Maybe it comes. In the movies they try. They
They
you
try
know
to tell the
they
truth. Yeah.
they try to tell the truth about a lot
Hey,
of shit in movies. So
that
you never
we
know.
that we think is fantasy, it might be real. You know.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the game. The news is fantasy, and the science fiction is like real. Wow.
Yeah,
What the
more
fuck?
realistic.
Well,
looks
I'd like
it
to know
looks
what
like
this truck is.
maybe yeah, looks like he had a human as a pet or as a doll or it's
Oh no, no, it looks like a pet. Like it looks like a cat, like a painted cat, like the. Yeah,
no,
yeah.
it's
Okay.
more human. It's more human, bro. It looks more
Really?
like a human doll.
Bring it
It's
back.
more
Bring it
like
back. Bring it back. See what the fuck it is.
I just asked my dad if he knew or what he thought of it, and he couldn't say it either. But yeah, you're on the right track. We are asking the right questions because it did look as if everyday picture a man just sitting there with his pet, with his eyes rolled back like he's possessed or some shit. It's crazy.
Okay, stop.
dude, that's not a cat.
Well, I see like mustache, like he's got like some drawn hair above the mouth.
Yeah.
Like you can see
Yeah.
them a little bit, but
You can
it
see
looks
one
funny.
eyes. Yeah, you can see
Yeah,
one eyes.
yeah, and the
The
ear is not
mouth.
the ear of a cat. Yeah, the ear is not a cat. It's a boy. It's a boy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
and
the
you
part
see
of the
how he's
behind. Yeah.
like he's handling it with care.
Look at
And by
his
the way, guys,
hands.
that's his knees coming out with a blanket over it or something. Material that matches his shirt almost.
And it
But yeah,
doesn't
he's
look like
handling it
him.
like. Oh, go ahead.
It's it does not look like him. Like it's a different race. If it's a
Yeah.
man,
Exactly. This is what I'm trying to say. That it looks like a totally different race with
it's
the black
fucking
hair and very round face, somewhat human, but
No neck.
baby eating fucking motherfuckers.
Maybe some sort of
That's
bird or
wild, bro.
something.
Yeah,
Really
it's
strange.
yeah, it's almost like it has a
Ow.
little bit of hair up top or something. Hmm.
Like he's got. It looks like a.
He's
Is it
crossing
like
his
a dress
legs.
or something? It's a dress or something.
Yeah,
What is
yeah,
it?
yeah.
yep.
So it's a man woman. It's like a face of a man. There's a fucking dress of a woman dress, and
And
also
the
in his
teeth of
hair,
a
it looks like he
dragon.
has like some. He has something in his hair, like women put like a long time ago. Like how do you call that? With the
Uh-huh.
knots there.
Wait a second. Is that like, when you go out to dinner in a restaurant, you put the napkin on your lap? Is he going to eat that
Eh.
thing in his hand?
Oh man,
You know what I mean?
I don't know, but it's
But
like
from this
chill. It's
angle,
like his chill pet.
yeah, yeah. From this angle, it looks totally different than what he's having on his lap. Yeah.
What
Hmm.
the fuck? Eventually, it was a toy. It will be a fucked up toy.
Maybe he's Santa Claus. He's just a little kid. What's
Yeah,
that
but
right there?
listen,
What is that blue thing with the
it's
D
hand
on it?
in hand. I don't
Which
know.
kid would like to play
It's
with that toy?
it's hand in hand with what the map shows. To be honest, weird characters with weird creatures around them, different lands, different species, maybe. You know?
Yeah, but
Dr.
humanoids like.
Frankenstein. Yeah, Dr. Frankenstein is saying leprechaun. I don't know what it means.
Yeah, leprechaun. Yeah,
A
the leprechaun.
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 What is it?
It's like
Um,
a kind of Hollywood monster, like fucking movie. Like a little green,
Oh yeah,
green
well maybe
monster.
they took that idea because the Hollywood and all the Star Wars and everything, they don't have that brain to even make up things like this, right? Most of the games, like we did all the ancient cosmologies, right, Gene? How these people rip off everything from the ancient cosmology, put into movies and games and everything, right?
yeah. Yeah, whether it's subtle or obvious and both. But yeah, dude, a leprechaun is like this mythical being. You might associate it with like Ireland, maybe.
Yeah,
And
yeah, exactly.
right, the legend has it is if you see one and you look into his eyes, I think. He has to give you a pot of gold, but if you look away before you get the pot of gold, he disappears.
Yeah.
If
So
you blink,
Stephanie McGuire,
you can't
Stephanie
even
McGuire,
blink because he's gone if you blink.
yeah, Stephanie
So,
McGuire called it. She said it's basically a little elf. Like they make those things, you know, cartoons and stuff about leprechauns. They made a cereal, Lucky Charms, out of leprechauns and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Got a whole day dedicated to them for
There's
St. Patrick's
movies,
Day.
the whole like six
Yeah,
different installments of movies about
of
leprechauns.
leprechauns, right? And then so yeah, Vika, you might have seen them based off of, you know, Irish lore and Americans. They went ahead and took it a step further. They, you know, they're associated with luck. They're associated with you know, pots of gold at the end of the rainbow, typically, and stuff like that. Old gnomes, yes. So you find gnomes, little garden gnomes. They might think they're related somehow. Garden gnomes, leprechauns,
Yep.
all that other stuff.
Yeah.
You know, all that mythology is somewhat related.
Yeah,
But
Hey,
the
do y'all
tiny
remember
people.
the movie? The Yeah, Tiny People. Y'all remember the little movie though? The little creepy motherfucker.
Yeah, leprechauns.
Yeah, that was a good movie. But yeah, truth in
Yep.
plain sight, like y'all said, man.
True.
But that's crazy. I like that Vika that you just showed us. That's very rare.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
look at that ugly motherfucker.
Look at
He's
it.
like a woman. He
And
likes
then
a
yeah,
man, woman, like a
Yeah,
yeah, it's got its
it's a,
hair
It looks
tied
like
up
a
in the
mix.
front. Yeah,
it's a
Oh man.
Jesuit.
that's weird.
What?
Get with the hot words, Sam.
It could be a woman. It could be a woman ogre or something like that.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
like a trans
So,
a
Iron,
degenerate.
Vlad, were you able
Yes.
to catch all those planes and everything and tanks under the water? Or no?
Negative. I
Yeah.
negative. I hadn't
You
seen
missed
those.
it, bro.
Ooh,
I'm
you
gonna
gotta
play
see it.
quickly just a bit here, little bit for
Sure.
you to have a look if you missed it.
Yeah.
Hey
Just a
Vlad,
quick.
tell us if this is a submarine or a plane. And wait till you see the back on that big engine on the what would be the tail end of the plane. Because
Right.
it's huge and it's round. It's very non-aerodynamic if it was a plane,
Yeah.
but if it was a sub with
Let
some
me
kind of
see.
engine, yeah.
Yeah, come on, Vlad. You were in the Navy. You know all that shit.
Yeah, let me
You,
see. What you got? Yeah, that's a prop.
It looked like it would be aerodynamic under the water. To
that's a
This thing
prop.
right
That's
here.
okay.
Oh,
Well, keep watching. It's a bunch coming up.
okay. That looks like some kind of engine chassis or something. Tank. Oh my gosh, that's a whole
Hey,
tank.
Vika, try to pose it.
Look at this.
Try
This
to
is a
pose it
plane
on
or
that big circle.
a sub? Is that a
That
plane
on
or
the
a
right?
sub?
That
Yeah.
looks like an airplane.
Yeah, it looks like. But to check it out after that, you're gonna see that from a different angle.
Okay.
It's too
Yeah, you're gonna
short.
see
The
this
wings are too
engine on it.
short. The wings are too short. You're gonna see.
Let me see.
And also not windows. Maybe it's just like like some kind of exhaust fucking pipes. I don't know. You
Exhaust,
see?
yeah, or something. Yeah.
That's no fucking wing for flying.
Wait,
Yeah,
but it could
that
be.
could be the back wing though.
Oh
Yeah,
no, you're
that
gonna
could
see
be.
this engine. Yeah,
Yeah, it could
right
be.
there, right there, right there,
Let me see.
Vika. Look
Look,
at
look
that
on the
big
top.
circle right there.
Oh, so at the top. No. So that could be the back of the back of the plane. And then
But think about it.
at the top you have yeah. So old planes had that. Old planes
Yes,
had
yes.
those
I see
things
What was
what
that?
is.
at
The
the top.
exhaust,
It had an
or is
engine.
that
Yeah.
like a coolant for coolant?
No.
Like
The
they got
The
the
old,
jet.
intake.
It's
so
it's an engine. It's an engine.
it's another engine. So a lot of planes have that to this day still. Matter of fact, if a lot of a lot of your Canadian recon planes, the slower flying ones, have that engine at the
Yeah.
top on the I forgot the name. Jeez, I forgot. I used to fly in
There,
these
there were there's one
planes.
BC plane also was there with the engine on the top, right? There was the ones.
But where is that? Why is it so big? That would be very non-aerodynamic and
That's
cause a
okay.
lot of movement. You
That,
would think in the back end.
no. Those planes have that.
Yeah,
Planes
yeah. I
have
saw
that.
that.
On the
Yeah,
top.
Not
yeah.
all
I
planes.
saw.
Yeah,
He's
not
right.
all
He's
your new
right.
planes.
Check
Not
the
all your
size.
Huh.
Yeah, Vlad, check the size of the behind.
Does that look like a
yeah.
plane, a normal plane to you?
Freaking
Yeah,
huge if that's the
normal
back of
planes
a
have
plane,
that.
man.
Normal planes have that. Yeah.
But
But
don't it
where
look
is all that
huge,
air
dude?
going?
But also I know we'd be used to seeing the trailing edge, which is the back part of that that part of the plane. We would see segments to where it would flex up and down. But yeah, normal planes still have this type of structure.
The
Okay.
big
Normal
circle on
airplanes
top.
do. and plus it's got windows. I'll tell you what, windows on a submarine would be absolutely useless because
No,
submarines,
I know.
normal submarines, yeah, are
I don't
typically
think that's
Yes.
windows.
single bodied. But yeah, that's airplanes would have that still. Like, hold on, I could probably
But
find one
You know,
online.
I was
hey, I got
thinking
a
about
question
the
though.
windows.
Right.
What if that's some sort of a recreational thing for you know, like waters that are not that deep?
Oh, you mean like something that you would find in Louisiana or something like that?
Yeah, maybe, you know, some
Skimming,
shallow waters, couple hundred
shallow
feet,
water.
you know, 1,000 feet maybe. Because these
Ooh,
guys are not that deep. It's not this water where it's resting is can't be that deep. So it's
yeah,
just crossing my
Okay.
mind, you know. I mean,
yeah. So oftentimes, anytime you come inland anywhere, like it's or closer to inland,
Oh,
when you
now
get
we can
closer
see the
to land,
plane.
yeah, when you get closer to land, typically, it's things start to get shallow. So,
right.
very well
That's
could
the
be.
container.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a plane. Yeah, now you can see it's a plane. The wings are
yeah, it's a
bigger.
plane.
Yeah, it's a plane. It's a plane. It's not a sub. It's a plane.
It's
Hey,
a
Yeah.
Vlad,
plane.
It's
we
a
Okay,
did
so
How
that's the
a
such a
wings
huge,
in the
yeah.
Hmm?
on the
we did
left.
a podcast
Okay.
on how the oceans are all mapped and measured flat, and we talked about all the shorelines and how they taper up and stuff like that. We went into some pretty cool detail about how the oceans work.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
a
So
big
any
plane, man. That's a
so
big plane.
any
That's a plane that's
yeah, that's a
huge.
huge plane, bro. You saw the size, even the tail wing, with the
Yeah.
humans, and so from
Look at
here
and
you
look
can
at the
see
yeah.
how
front
big
one.
it is. Yeah.
Woo.
So,
No, that
Vlad, any
tail wing
idea
was enormous.
Huh?
which plane this could be, Vlad?
Oh no.
Which year?
No. I have
Approx
no idea what
years?
kind of plane.
40s,
Yeah.
That's
50s,
like a cargo,
60s.
right?
Oh, so in the 70s, I know they had those. So I
yes.
would
That's what I
imagine if
told
they
you.
had them if
Caravelle.
they had them in the
Da-
70s, then they definitely might have had them in the 60s. But
It's a
yeah.
Douglas
Caravelle.
DC, right?
Caravelle.
Douglas something.
Oh, I don't know the brand. I don't. Uh-uh. But like I said again, I would see the Canadians flying planes like that. Some of their recon plane. Matter of fact, man, I'm sitting over here talking shit. Let me see if I can find this joker.
Yeah, I was
And
about
and,
to
and,
look at
Vl-
some pictures.
Vlad, why do you think the a tank will be into the waters in Antarctica?
You
What do you
know,
think?
I
Uh,
don't know.
the Navy does dump also, sometimes tank in the waters, to get rid of them, like old tanks, old things, old fucking,
Yeah,
military.
yeah. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes they drop these things in the water just to turn them into reefs. We just put in the US, we just took we just went ahead and took a whole freaking boat into one of the hugest cruise liners, and then we turned that thing into a reef.
Did they blow it up and sink it?
No. Mm-mm. They probably sunk some of it, or remove some of the ballast thing so it sinks a lot easier.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, or they might have put some concrete inside of the ballast thing just so they
Right.
could sink it a lot faster.
Yeah, got it.
So
And sometimes they'll just pop the whole bottom out of it.
yeah, right. Yeah, it sinks, and then it's huge. I forget where they're gonna put it, but they're turning it into a big old reef.
You know, the thing with the tank that strikes me is that it landed upright
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
looks clean, but there's also the cold water.
I was
Look
gonna
at that,
say,
Vlad. See that,
let me see.
Vlad?
What is that? Oh yeah, I see that. That's the thing again. Yeah, I saw that one earlier that you guys were showing, and I was commenting on the inside.
In the Bible, there was a god called Moloch, where they used to, offer children to
Children,
that
Molech.
god.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Molech. Okay.
we believe it gave the word milk. I don't know.
Huh.
Milk, Moloch, Melech, or Amalek, maybe also. It's possible.
What's that blue? What's
Everything's
that blue
possible.
sign right there with the white letter?
They are marking.
Huh?
They are marking the places
Okay.
for there.
Oh, I get it. Like flagging it, right? All right.
Yeah.
Cool. That makes sense. Nice.
Oh,
Look at that.
Oh wow, that's like the whole helm and everything. I wonder how old that thing is.
maybe like in the 50s, 60s, I believe. 50s, 60s. The tank is like from the 70s. Looks
That's
like a
a
tank
nice
from the
wheel.
70s.
Yeah, and then a nice little bomb right there. Nice
Yeah,
little
I saw that.
water mine. Oof.
Do we still use those bombs today? No.
So that was
Um,
also,
they
These
can
types.
you saw that?
They
Yeah,
probably still use
yeah,
something like
munitions.
it.
Munitions. Yeah, you could. That's a bomb too. Good
The
grief.
torpedo. It looks like a torpedo. There was like a fan on
Yeah.
propeller
Oh
on the.
man. Oof.
What the fuck is that? That you know.
Where are they still in Antarctic waters?
Yeah, in
Mm,
different parts. These different part. All is Antarctic waters. I don't
Okay.
know if you missed the ice wall too. There was a wall barrier. I also shared just a straight up wall inside, like a barrier.
Right.
You cannot go. What is that ball?
hmm,
Somebody's asking in the chat.
So those are mines. Those are underwater mines.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Mines. Yes. But old ones. It doesn't look like it's like recent. I don't know if it's still working.
Yeah, a lot of infrastructure and wreckages
Yeah. Underwater. Yeah.
in a
Yeah.
lot of different places, right above and below.
So
I
there's at
mean,
least
So
two
so
pieces
so
of.
i-
if
so if it was a mine, there was a mine. That means that the boats we saw, it's a military boat. Cannot be like a
I
regular.
was
Like
just thinking that too, bro. Because the miner, that's military. The tank is absolutely military.
Right.
yeah,
So
that's for
So it
why
looks
sure.
would
like
the
a mix because I saw
The
the
plane.
the
The
boat. I
Viking.
saw the right, and I saw the boat, and so that boat. I wonder if that was civilian or if that's old military as well, because you can see the helm
probably,
and the wheel. You can see the ship's wheel still. You
yeah.
saw that?
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. That's
So
all I
it could
was
be.
mentioning to Vika
Yeah.
about these pictures that I've got. They're late 1800s. Now we can see different time periods here. That carved thing with the man, that right there.
Yeah.
It
That.
looks smaller
But
for
then it's
some reason.
window. Then
When
you see a
compared to
window
us
there.
taking pictures.
Yeah.
Well,
Then you see a
I
window.
guess what I'm saying is maybe those old boats got stranded, and that was their natural land. Over
Well,
there,
That's a
you
torpedo,
saw.
whoever
right?
the carvings were.
No, that I don't. That looks like it
That,
could be just a drop 'em
it's a,
bomb, like a regular bomb that you
Um,
would drop out of a plane.
of a
okay,
plane.
okay. Yeah.
Torpedoes, yeah, torpedoes are typically significantly
Well,
longer.
do you guys remember that it talked about them getting in a war when, or not a war, but a battle when Captain or when Bird went over there, and these
Yes.
things
Yeah,
use lasers to cut a ship in
we
half, completely
mentioned
in half.
RG.
Yeah,
We mentioned this in the podcast that I mentioned that we
yeah,
did about the Antarctica Treaty being more than 500 years old. In that, I
right,
I I shared something about war with people. That is the reason also Bird had to come back like really
right.
frightened,
The first
right?
wasn't
Because
that his
it
first
was
trip?
about
Yeah.
land claims.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I think that was the first time that they went out there. I mean, hell, they had a small, well, not a small army. It was a literal army, and for like 4,000 men, 40 big, huge ship. I don't know the exact numbers, but I do remember reading it and hearing about it quite often. That story comes up when they talk about the treaty. So I just wanted to mention that.
Hmm, that's weird. Or they could that bomb right there. They very well could have filled it up with concrete. Who knows?
Yeah, and if they filled it with helium, it still wouldn't float in the water.
Hmm.
Looks like a bunch of leftover parts from a war or a battle.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
man.
And they just ditched it, let it sink,
Hey,
let
look
it
at
go,
that.
deep sixed it. Golly, I wonder how
They
high
don't
they are.
care. They don't care about their waste. If they waste it, they got 100,000 more.
Yeah. So with this whole, oh, we don't want to pollute the Antarctica or nothing like that. I'm like, y'all
right.
been done did that. What you talking about? Y'all done dropped everything in the water off the coast, man. What you mean you don't want to pollute it?
Yeah, good point. Good point.
And bro, what's a military guy's carbon footprint compared to a civilian? You think there's any difference?
Mm.
That's true. Military
I don't know.
probably leaves something a lot worse because of
Dude,
all the
even
munitions and everything else.
yeah, just in training alone. If you just
Yeah.
took training,
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
probably.
I think they were fighting when possibly, let's say possibly, so I'm not counted exact 100%, but I think they were having some kind of battle before it was all frozen. And maybe just progressively over time they've had battles in the most recently in the ice.
But
Perhaps.
they have to some degree a great control of the weather. So
Oh
what
yeah.
if all that ice is just put there?
Mm.
Truth.
It was put down pretty
So,
fast. I've heard. What I've studied.
Vlad, did you miss about the ice wall under the water or the barrier? Did
No,
you miss
I
that too?
saw that. I saw that, and
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
that was pretty interesting. That was pretty wild. With those, are those guys Russians? Who is that that's doing these dives?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Most of
They're
most
Russian.
of the things are from expeditions from them, right?
Mm,
Because this is not going to come from the other side, or right. So there are some footage could be collaborated by different countries, maybe Germany, maybe other countries, but yeah, mainly most of the things we are kind of seeing from all these podcasts comes from that part, means doing these explorations and expeditions and
mm,
dives, and they are the ones who are sharing this for the people, because I think we all heard it a few years ago that they were going to release something about Antarctica and beyond, right? We
mm-hmm,
shared few things. We showed aerial footages, and people even saw some churches, the crescent, the Etherbound, Operation Etherbound documents saying the same thing. So I don't know. Maybe it's just the timing that these things are happening. Also,
mm-hmm,
maybe because of the TFE, we went into Antarctica deep dive, and all these dots connected, and all these things came out, right? So maybe
mm-hmm,
this could be a kind of a disclosure in itself, right?
mm,
So
hmm. Okay.
for the underwater stuff, that is what I've got for underwater stuff. But this is a few things, a little more to share, some amazing views. If you guys see something or want to see something, tell me to stop.
Mm-hmm.
We'll continue.
Hmm. And when was this footage released around?
It's all from different timelines, from
Oh,
different
okay.
times. From some are from last year, some are gonna come. More is gonna come for sure, but
All right.
last year or a few years behind, because there are some stuff about the. You see, this is they're supposed to be the passport.
Their passport. So you
Yeah,
get a
from
separate passport if you work on Antarctica?
yeah. So the maybe the Germans have their own passport, like maybe
Right.
the Americans have their own passport, but this is supposed to be their passport. You see, there's life
Okay.
under. Looks like
Wow.
whatever it is.
Wow.
These all you see volcanic. This is
Yeah.
all a land beyonds.
Wow.
You see that? This is
Yeah.
supposed to be their passport.
Right. Huh. I like how they have it's like they put a pole at the middle of Antarctica spreading out. It's like the middle of Antarctica is the pole. These guys, boy.
Oh yeah, maybe they're just using that for the people. Whoever see there's something involved with Antarctica, they might think, yeah, they're just it's a continent, right?
It's a yeah, yeah. Yep.
It's
Yep.
their
They're
logos they
not.
use, most of them. Yeah.
They're just sticking to their story, is what that
Yeah.
is, guys.
Yeah, totally. Uh-huh.
Hey, and you know what's crazy, man? If this has any validation or if it adds any value to the conversation, I hope so. But so what? One of my buddies that I follow, what he did was he had two accounts. One was home based in Britain, and one was home based in the United States. And what he would
Right.
do is search up the same exact words and topics in the search bars
Right.
of this technology that we say is true. Well,
Mm-hmm.
the complete opposite would be the news in Britain. and then it would be agging it on or say not available on the websites in America. So basically, the narrative they're carving it up just like that picture on the passport. The truth is different in each section, and it reminds me of Hunger Games with these fucking, who's in control of each region or whatever. Uh, anyway, I'm
Brother,
saying that because we can't
exactly
believe
because
exactly what we only search in one area of the world. There are truths that can add up to a base truth, almost like something you can deal with, and understand what who these news organizations are working for or working with. So just
Right.
keep that in mind, guys.
RG,
True.
RG, this is the thing. Last time when I was sharing about those bases and everything, it was showing some things
Mhm.
about different countries, and this is how they control. They all know that they have, but there are some guys who have more potentials than others, right? Because they have more area or more. It's always like this, right? The huge empire have the more part of the
Right.
pie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And there's one section now, guys. Remember this, that no one owns, quote unquote, owns or is in the treaty. Remember that. There's a big chunk of
Mm-hmm.
Antarctica, that might melt a little more, let's say. And don't forget, magnetic north has been on the move for forever. I
For
mean, the
since
magnetic
yeah.
fields and everything, they move in a circle, but geographic north for, however many years, X years,
Right.
is just that. But I do think
Well,
the melting of ice and stuff like that is something to do with gas pressures. And over the years, maybe the gas pressure being lessened and then tightened, maybe like oscillations in these
Right.
fields that are all around us at all times. So, I mean, I'm
And
not saying it's true, but it seems to be that way.
Right.
oh yeah, like how he was mentioning in the documents, like layered earth. Psychedelic was mentioning that is there in the documents of possibility of layered earth. Sam was here, Gene was here last time too, right? Maybe Iron Vlad was there too, about those
That's a good point.
documents. It literally saying how our realm electromagnetic fields could be playing part in opening up these layers,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's
right?
interesting, man.
uh,
Patches.
Yeah.
but
Go ahead, Sam.
when you think about it, these guys are over there for like a long time already. They didn't came up,
Right.
like yesterday. They're there for like 80 years, 60 years. I don't know. So there's two possibilities that I see. Is either they're looking for something specifically, something that they know what they're looking for, but
Right.
apparently they didn't find it, or they don't even know what the fuck they're looking for. And they didn't find nothing much. But like 80 years they're there. So what the fuck they do in 80 years? What they find in 80 years?
Question.
I think I don't know. That's also like
Quite a lot.
So, got
Quite a lot.
I'm looking at the Monty map right here of what I took a picture of. Sam, if you would like to show everybody, I'm sorry I really don't want to step all over your toes, Vika, but I was
No,
looking
no,
at
no.
the
Go
San
ahead. Go ahead.
Francisco. I was looking at the part of San Francisco where you had Chicana and all that, Sam.
yes, but it was on my computer, so I have to
That's okay.
I have
I'm
to
sorry.
I have to leave the chat and connect with my computer again. No problem. I can do it. It take like 2 minutes. I
Yeah,
can do it if you want. Okay, I'll do it.
yeah,
So I come
yeah.
off and I come back.
Okay,
Okay, bye.
because I've got that right here. I've got that, and I think it's funny. It's weird because I'm looking at where Chicana is, and it just looks and I'm looking for the second San Francisco as well, but the one San Francisco next to Chicana, I have it right
Chicana.
here. Yeah, and it's next to Mare Vermelho or red. I guess you could say the Vermilion Sea or the Vermilion Sea or the Red Sea.
Oh, the Red
Um,
Sea. Yeah. I
yeah,
remember someone making a big deal about
Saab.
that. Like,
That was Saab that
and
said
yeah.
that. And at first I was thinking it's the Worm Sea, like Vermeja. Vermeja, I thought
Mhm.
was worms. But it's the red, or it could be either the Worm Sea or the Red Sea. More than likely, they're saying the Red Sea, especially how this thing
And
is
was this when it was
situated.
cut off like an individual? It wasn't attached to the ocean, basically.
Yeah, it wasn't, but this is strange how this whole thing is situated.
I
like if
wonder if
you
that's
look at
got salt water in it. That'd be cool.
well,
Find out.
probably because it's a sea, because
Mhm.
seas typically are salted anyway. But
I got you.
if you look at this and if you look at San Francisco now and you compare it to what's on this map, it's all jacked up. It's all jacked up.
Hmm.
Like it's totally not the same.
Okay,
Do you
check
know
it
what
out.
year is it? Is that from the Urbo or Monte map?
Yes.
Is that where you're looking at it?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, here I
that's-
am. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm going to share the
See what you
screen.
got. Yeah.
Wait a second. I have two pictures. Okay. Okay, coming up.
Okay. Let me
Hey
see.
guys, what
Two,
year was
3, 1, go. Shared.
All right. Let's see what you got. Okay. No, not that one. But if could you,
The
is
other
there a
one?
way you could zoom in? What? Let's see this one first. Is there a
Zoom,
way you
zoom
could zoom
out.
in?
Zoom out or zoom
Excuse
in?
me. Yes, zoom out.
Okay,
this-
so I'm gonna. Okay, so it takes like, give me like 1 minute. I'm gonna make another
Okay.
picture. 1 minute. 1 minute.
Okay.
Here
Hey
we
guys,
go.
what year was Antarctica discovered in, according to the narrative?
Was it the 1800s or something like that?
1824.
Yeah.
1824. Yeah, that's what they say.
And they didn't get past the Mississippi till 1826, but they got these maps.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay,
Yeah.
just saying.
Okay, wait a second. Save as.
You know what I also find funny is you wouldn't believe it, but do
Prove
you
it.
know the oldest skyscraper or the oldest building apparently is, you know what year it was built?
Here we go.
What's up?
They said
1420.
Well, no, they said 1797.
Okay.
I find that funny because the oldest, do you know how old the oldest US Capitol is?
Oh man, damn,
No idea.
that's a good question. I would like to take a guess, but go ahead.
Go ahead, take a guess. I like guessing games.
Yeah. So the first U.S. Capitol probably. Oh shit, maybe.
1780.
No,
I was about to say 18, like 15, 18,
No.
17.
1797. It's
What is
Maryland.
it?
Oh shit, Maryland.
1797. It's Maryland.
What year?
1797. They're
Hey,
claiming
bros, they're playing about to crash.
1797.
You
Yeah,
hear that plane?
yeah. I hear a lot
Don't
of
let it
noise.
hit you now.
It sounds like somebody's cutting grass or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just put back my my PC, my
Okay,
laptop
all right.
on. So
Oh,
just
your
okay.
PC,
I'm
your
just sharing it.
PC is like a quantum computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something from.
So the oldest skyscraper, excuse me, is from England, and it's some steel factory thing, and it's,
Here he comes.
they said it was from 1797. That's, which I thought was weird. Okay,
How
right.
tall is it?
Oh, jeez, I forgot. Oh, I didn't look. I'll look
All
at that.
So that's the map.
Okay.
You
Could
see
you
where
zoom
it
in?
is?
Yeah, let's zoom in a little bit, and that's the same
I
one that I
don't know
got.
if I can zoom in. I don't know if I can zoom in.
Okay, let me, Vika, do you mind if I present real quick?
San Francisco is here. You see my
Go ahead.
my.
Go ahead,
Here it
brother.
is.
Yeah.
That's-
So you could look at
That's San Francisco, the first
Sam's
one,
as well.
and the other one is little down there. It's like down there. But this is I can see San Francisco here written.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is California.
Yep.
This is San Francisco. And there's another one there, also called San Francisco somewhere. It doesn't show the picture, but it's the second picture.
Well, if that was the case, man, that's like a good 100 miles, bro. That's pretty far apart.
Yeah.
What do they call
See.
Brooklyn?
Say again.
What do they call Brooklyn on this map?
Oh, geez.
I don't know. I didn't check.
Yeah, I don't think I looked at New York or the big fish out there over on the East Coast. I don't think I did. I should have. Let me see if I could share it.
Do they have the Statue of Liberty there?
You want me to
That's a good.
take that out?
Guys, it makes more sense that it's from 587 AD than 1587. That's for sure, bro. Because
Yes, I
Yeah,
agree.
and
Yeah. So
you
I
know,
have it
to,
zoomed in on mine right now. If you wanna kind of take a look at mine real quick, and then what
to
I'm gonna
make
do
guys
if
to make this map with all this detail of all of this land in 3 years, 500 years ago is pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
so this is it right here. So
Yes.
this is San Francisco back then, right? And then it's on it. So that body right there is like Mexico. To the left is like Mexico and California, which I don't even think they had a. But if you look on the right, if you look right here, it's California. You see this peninsula right here?
Yeah.
California. So I don't know if it's part of something, but if you look right here, they were also spelling it out as well, California. And then it looks like this big ass line right here. And this is live. This is me looking at the map itself because it's divided in the middle right here because it's a page. You see? Right. But right here looks like this might have been the Tropic of Cancer. At least that's what I'm thinking because it's a thick ass line right here. You see it? That thick ass line.
Looks like a road.
Well, no. This thick ass line, a road going across the water, because this is Mare Vermelho. Right there, see? And then you can tell it's Mare because it's faded over here.
Yeah.
Everything else is Mare. So this is water right here. Right there, San Francisco. Up north is Chicana. And then you've got little volcanoes, little mountain ranges and stuff like that. You got the Albacete River, Rio Albacete.
But you know what San Francisco means, right?
St. Francis.
Yeah, exactly. The Franciscans. It's like it was an order of the Catholic of the Church. The Catholic
Yes.
Church.
Right.
Yeah. Something run by them, but that's it right there. But if you look at where San Francisco's at now, it doesn't look like anything like this.
Where is it now? Where is San Francisco now?
It's still in Cali. It's still
Yeah,
in
but
Cali.
like close to that place.
There, it just doesn't look the same.
Yeah, it doesn't look nearly the same.
Maybe
It
it's the
doesn't.
valley of San Francisco, maybe it's a mountain of San Francisco, maybe it's something in another place. And they took the name of the valley or the mountain, they applied it to the city. That's all.
Yeah, I don't know. San Francisco doesn't appear that San Francisco is sandwiched between mountains. Man, this one right here looks like it's sandwiched between some mountain ranges. You see this right here?
Yeah,
Like
I
it's
was
in a
going to
valley.
ask you, brother. Yeah,
Right.
about that. I wonder why the rivers are blue and let me try to get this out right. Madre Ver, I forget the name you said, but you see how there's little dots? I think those might be waves, and also if that's saltwater or saltwater
saltwater
related, I wonder how the fresh water comes out of it in river form. It's just something I think of.
Well, the fresh water comes in the sea; they don't come out.
Right.
Into it.
Right, rivers, right? Because this is a river. It's not a lake.
Okay, it's
not
feeding that.
isolated.
Okay, gotcha.
So
it's a
okay.
basin.
Yeah. Yes. So, and if you look at the rest of the map, the seas and the oceans got these dots, letting you know, hey, you're in the water. You know what I'm saying?
Or in the
Overall.
seawater.
Yes. Right. So, like, he took time to like sketch that out.
Yeah,
And you got
that's
nothing
nice.
but
I like
dots.
that.
Yeah, like
Yeah, he took. Yeah.
all the seas got dots in them. It's weird.
Hey,
And I'm like,
can I
damn.
ask you, Vlad? Is there a
Yes.
key? Is there a key
Like
to
a
the map
legend?
anywhere?
Like a
Yeah, yeah.
legend in the bottom right? I don't think. I think there might have been. I think there might have been like a legend. Let me look. I'm gonna look. I forgot. I'm trying to see.
Sam, can you mute? Your fan is too loud. These are the last images I've got, guys.
Okay. I got a lot of video footage too of hey, I'll link up with you, Vika, because I've got some cool things that are exactly on the same lines as you got as far as photography and
You see
video
that?
stuff like that. Yep. Yep.
Okay, cool. I don't know what animal is that, but there's a animal running there.
Oh, okay. Vika,
A legend.
I've got another picture for you guys if you'd like to see it. And this is actually right by where you live in Spain.
Go ahead, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a weird animal though, for sure.
Okay. So this right here. Oh, I don't know if it's up yet. But you guys see it now? Okay. So this right here is I'm sure this looks familiar
Yep.
to folks that live in Spain. If you look, this is Spain right here. And I'm not zooming in just to make us look at Spain, but you can see the Straits of Gibraltar. So there it is right there. Straits of
Oh yeah,
Gibraltar.
1 hour drive for me.
Yep. Yep. So yeah, Vika, I would assume that you live somewhere around here. Right?
Yep. It's an hour
Okay.
drive for me. Yeah.
All right. And then if you look, this is one of those missing pieces that they exactoed out. You see the shadow in the back? That was me lifting the page on this map to like let you guys see that, yeah, they cut it out. It's not just a blank spot. They cut it out. See? That's the shadow behind it because I lifted the page. And then you can see it's a little bit torn right here. And then it's a little bit torn right there because whoever was handling it kind of mishandled it. And they did a crappy job, like, cutting it out. But there it is right there. That's just one of them.
Yeah, they
And
covered something up, didn't they?
that's north of Spain right there. Right
Wonder what
there.
was in that box, bro. That makes me so curious.
Yeah. Yeah. There were a lot of things that they just cut out. They did not want us to know. That's just one of them.
They
I'll get rid
heard.
of
I
that.
heard that. I heard Vlad in that area is supposed to be some kind of, I don't know, an underground mine or something of lithium, like a natural
Mm,
resources. Maybe I heard something like this, around Spain, that they don't
mhm.
want the people to know. They say, "Oh, it's below the water," right?
Oh, wow.
It could be. It could be above the water, so they
Okay.
can.
And
They
then
could be playing around.
there it is. There's another one. If you guys want to take a look, there's another one right there. That's my thumb going right through that hole that I was just talking about, letting y'all see. Like, yeah, man, they just cut that joker
Yeah.
out. Right. So, and then you could still see Galicia. This is Spain still right here. Straits of Gibraltar. Africa's right down there, obviously. Yeah.
That
My
was something
thumb.
important, bro. Damn, that was something important.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. So
Oh yeah,
there's
could be also something with Atlantis. Could be also something, right? Because they also
possibly.
believe that Atlantis was somewhere near also the coast. Some people believe, yeah,
Yeah.
they have some very huge mangroves here with dolmens and everything, right? So they think maybe it could have been just speculating, but yeah. So guys, you see these footprints? You see the difference of the footprints?
Let me see.
I'll play it again.
Footprints. Looks like a little fox. Oh my goodness. How? Wait.
You see the toe prints as well. It looks like the
That
barefooted.
that foot is wide as hell.
Yeah, on the right side, the person stepped to show the size differences
Mm-hmm.
with the boots. On the right side is one normal person with the boots, and the other
Right,
you can
right.
see this print.
Wow.
That's cool, man.
Wow. Holy moly.
Bro, just the landscape, like on the type of coral, it looks like almost coral rock. It just looks so old and ancient, like just dated,
Mhm.
I don't know if it's just the type of rock or some old culture.
You saw? You see?
Yeah. Whew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost look like 5.
Keep an eye.
Yeah. See, it's like coming back towards you as well. It looks like maybe at a different time somebody stepped there or something stepped there.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a big boy, whoever that is.
Yeah, but some of it don't look like animals. It looks almost like human,
1, 2, 3.
Hmm.
and they're huge. You see those? Even
Mm-hmm.
the one which is like an indentation is like a huge indentation also.
Hmm.
And these place especially is very high temperatures in some places.
Huh.
Yeah, you see the gases coming out
The way
there,
it's
or
smoking, the
some
way
kind
it's
of gas
smoking, I'm
release.
wondering if that's like
Yeah, that's a gas.
hot springs and volcanic activity
Mhm.
down there. It's something. Yeah.
Well, you remember they said there was
You see
some kind
that?
of
You see that?
volcanoes that was
Yeah.
spewing
You see that's
gold
a
out. Like,
footprint.
yeah, damn.
Golly.
1, 2, 3, 4,
So,
5.
and they're
Yeah,
still
5.
they're still in Antarctica, huh, Vika?
Oh yeah, all these is supposed to be outer lands and everything
Yeah, that's not
from
penguin tracks.
beyond.
That ain't no penguin, huh?
I think
Nice.
is Sam backstage? I think Sam is backstage.
Sam,
Yeah,
what's
check
up
the
with you?
chat.
You're up and down and in and out. What's
Yeah,
up with you, Sam?
because of my computer, because it makes noise. I cannot. I had to use my computer to share the pictures.
Okay.
So if you missed, check this out
No, I didn't
again
miss.
with the prints.
I didn't miss. I didn't miss nothing. I was watching. It's Bigfoot.
Hmm.
Yeah, that atmosphere is super thick right there at the ground, and a little higher. It's definitely some gas release.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
Like
saying
Vlad was
also
saying.
around
Yeah.
80 degrees
Okay,
in some places.
summertime. Mm. Yeah, because it doesn't. It looks, daylight, but it doesn't look like it's super bright from the sun because
That's
of
maybe
the
because of
gas. I
those
guess.
volcanic activity or this steam coming out.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some of this footage that I've collected over the years and get it to you, Vika. So I can try to like cut some out at certain points, but there's so many hours of material. It's hard to, like, this one guy I followed, dude. He's got hundreds of hours of just outer lands, it seems like, and then up in the upper atmosphere is what it's looking at.
Mhm.
So might interest
Oh
you
yeah,
guys.
and absolutely, brother. And this is the thing. These footprints might be the reason they have the tanks and everything else.
Mm.
Because
Yep. You
I
don't want to be
need
getting caught out there. Yeah.
ammunition, right, to protect. Because if someone appears that huge or right, you
Yeah.
cannot just do with normal ammunitions.
Hmm.
Hey man, I'm telling you, it's some stuff that when it crosses your mind, you just have to sit there and think for a minute. You know, is this what it seems like? I mean, and it's not just a quick kind of process of thinking. You got to really put some thought into this shit.
Right. Right. Hmm.
Are there like theories of like giants living there or something? People believe that there may be
Oh
giants
yeah. This is
there.
what it's showing. This is what the prints are shown. That is the reason because
What are the dimensions of the sprints? How do we know how big they are? We compared the, yeah, I saw it compared to like a human foot, but it's like twice bigger.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's no secret about all cultures. The way what they called them, how they described them. There were like lands with certain ones in it. So yeah, It's interesting.
Well,
We just haven't been taught the correct.
even in the Torah, we say that Adam was about 5 meters high.
Jeez.
Oh yeah.
That's what. Well,
Yeah.
maybe it's also like allegories. Maybe it's like mysticism. I don't know, but also it's
No,
possible. Also, it
no.
was true.
I think they were
It's
telling the truth, bro. King,
Yeah, but
not Nebuchadnezzar, but one of the kings was like 17 foot.
yeah, but you have to be careful in those books. Sometimes the truth is being like disguised and
Well,
mysticism.
they talk about cubits
Yeah, the
back
Iron
then.
Man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was their measurements.
Bashan.
Cubit
17
is like about
inches
a
was
half.
1 foot.
It's a half in foot. A
Yeah,
cubit is about like 1.5 foot. I believe something like
17
this.
inches. Yeah, yep. You got it.
What's up, Gene?
There was also in the Torah a man mentioned with having 6 fingers in both hands and 6 toes in both. So that means it's a
2 sets
different.
of teeth, 2 rows
It's
of
like 20.
teeth. That was the Kandahar giants. Yeah.
So those were like bad motherfuckers.
Yeah, man, there
How
was
do
a
we know?
story about the Marines had this story that they were talking about when they were trying to over in not Afghanistan but Pakistan
Yes,
up in the
yes,
mountains,
I heard
way in the
that. I
mountains,
heard
bro.
that.
There was like
I
it took out like 15 of their
Kandahar.
men.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
heard that. Yeah,
well,
in the
not
cave. Yeah,
it, it was different ones. Yeah, red hair, 2 sets
yeah.
of teeth. Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh yeah,
They got
giants are
that in
everywhere,
Arizona
guys.
too, right?
Even today, we have people who are really like giants. So how come they're not going to be having double the sizes? As you guys mentioned, Noah or other biblical or even in other cosmology, giant it was the most common thing, right, Gene? We did the whole podcast
Yeah.
on giants, right?
Yeah. Nah, it was way more common. There's plenty of pictures out there too. And there's some pretty good movies about it too. If you ever seen Jack the Giant Slayer, is decent.
Yes.
Little slow in the beginning, but
Good
ultimately I
movie. I
thought that
love
movie
that
was
movie.
pretty cool.
That was a good movie. Another one
He
is
went to get them gold eggs.
yeah. Another one is the Hellboy with the
Yes,
Hellboy.
yes.
Hellboy with
Yeah, with a
yeah.
horn cut off there. Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot the year. I think it might have been 2019 or 2018 that Hellboy came out. But yeah,
Oh
him
yeah.
battling Giants. I tell you what.
That's about
if you-
giants?
I know an early one,
Oh
early
man.
Hellboy.
It's about a demon, some kind of a
Yeah,
hell.
but if you look at a lot of the Hellboy comics, it involves battling a lot of giants. There are a lot of giants in the Hellboy comics. It's strange.
You know, they got Abraham Lincoln quoted as saying up in Niagara Falls that how cool is it? Giants used to look at the Niagara Falls just like we
Right.
are now.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep.
Kind of,
Strange indeed.
and then there's like a ton of burial mounds up here where allegedly the Indians used to bury giants. And
Yeah.
Yep.
there's Lovelock
Cool,
Cave in Arizona where there's supposedly some leftovers over there.
Mm-hmm.
He said
They
leftovers.
disappeared. Yeah, they disappeared.
So
Hey,
yeah,
do you
this is the
think they're
thing.
just moving? They're moving outward and downward. I think that some of these caves do go super deep, and there are doors. Lately in the last couple of years, man, they've been seeing some things like in the
Well,
mountains,
Yeah,
about
right.
doors and stuff.
if you analyze in Hebrew, this is what's important. In Hebrew, when God told to Cain to just go ahead, that he chased Cain from before him, he told him, you're gonna be like wandering in the earth. Ba'aretz in Hebrew. So
As
in
a
the earth, it
curse.
can be also deep in the earth. It can be also in the earth, like in the earth, but also in the earth.
Oh,
Yes,
you mean
Stephanie
Cain?
said Google giant doors. I
You
got
mean
you, Steph.
Cain?
Inside.
Cain. Maybe we call him Cain. So is that who you're talking about?
Cain, yes, Cain, yeah, sorry, yeah, Cain, yeah.
So it's like as a
Not
punishment.
McCain.
Right. So it's
Yeah,
like
it's a punishment. But he said you will be
Yeah, like
wandering in the
American,
earth,
right? Yeah.
not on
It's
the
the
earth.
con. Yeah, it's Kane Khan. It's
Ireland
the
has
same thing. So the American also is the same thing.
So he's saying like you chase me from the surface of the earth, and then God tells him you're gonna have to go in the earth. So maybe there are people
It
actually
makes
also in the
sense.
earth.
It makes sense,
I
bro.
don't know.
You see
I
all
don't know
these
if it
other
makes sense to
cultures
me.
that dug out like ant. It almost looked like ant hills. How it goes down and just
Yes, yes.
crisscrosses and rooms and doors.
Guys,
They rolled like heavy doors to block. So yeah, I got you,
yeah,
brother.
guys,
The whole land of Canaanites. You know, the whole land of Canaanites were giants.
oh yeah, we have the giants, we have the dwarfs, we have all this on the Monte Urbano map, extra land, fertile land, other civilization. It just goes on with the same thing, Monte Urbano and whatever we are sharing, right? Why
But
this? What we need
but
to
I do
take
not.
from this?
I do not believe that it could be such an evolution in like 6,000 years. So I believe if there are giants, it must be from the previous civilizations before the what we call the creation, like before our cycle of time, like 6,000 years ago. Because
Oh yeah, but
you
why
don't know.
can't they be right now, Sam? Why can't they be right now
No,
too?
maybe they survived until now. I have no problem that they could survive, but they were not created like now. They or like 6,000 years ago. It's like
And you
much
want to
much
know
before.
something? I think kind of like with a lot of these buildings being demolished so they could get rid of the past. I think the giants were part of what those old buildings were, and here's why. A lot of those mythologies, like Thor, what did he do? Thor went out, and his main purpose was to go out and hunt giants. He went out and he chased the Jotunheim. He chased them to Jotunheim, which Jotunheim or Jotunheim with a J, which they pronounce Jotunheim, was the land of the giants. So he went out
Asgard.
to kill
Exactly.
the giants.
Asgard.
And so Asgard is where the gods came from, right? And he was ordered
Right.
by his pops, Odin. Like your job is just to be the thunder god, right? Go out, kill giants. And like in the Bible, in the scriptures, everywhere, God or the Most High would send his prophets, he'd be like, look, man, I need you to go out here, kill these people, kill those giants. Ain't nothing but giants over there. And so,
Well,
a lot of those guys would
Next
come back
week, yeah.
talking
So
about,
yeah. Rad. So next week I am going to Asgard. So I'll tell you next other week how it's gonna be. All right,
yeah,
guys. So yeah, it's an amazing
the,
topic. Yeah, go ahead, Sam.
No, just to confirm what Vlad said, again to come back to the Torah when they send the spies, in the land of Israel before to enter it. So of course they saw over there giants. They said, we were like,
like
small insects. I don't know how you call that in
yeah,
English, but
like
they were, yeah, grasshoppers exactly, yeah, were like
yeah.
grasshoppers in their eyes, and so were we. So comes back, stories come back.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, it's for a reason,
Yeah,
right?
hey,
It's
and
for a reason. All these things connect, right?
uh,
All these things connect. So
yeah, yeah. Hey, and just remember, guys, it spoke about giant insects as well. And once again, Stephanie had a good point in the comments here about pressure, and atmospheric pressure and
Yes,
gases, just like
yes,
we're seeing now. That said that in the end times that it will be almost like we live in the clouds, and I think the whole pressure, like the magnetic effects of the firmament. I mean, the magnetic movement that we can measure. I do think that these clouds are reappearing for a reason. This pressure, and it's supposedly the air and everything will be more electrified. And like a lot of people are saying, hey man, we're going to get our 5D powers. 5D this, 5D that. Well, it's not quite that easy, but I think it does happen over a period of time, and all of a sudden there's a more major effect, a more dramatic noticing of what's going on all around us. But yeah, man, y'all stay prayed up, man, for sure, because it's some crazy stuff that's been here, is here, and we may have to see or deal with some of it before too long, man. You never know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you guys see that their temporal base there on the right? You guys just missed the landscape.
Yeah, I see it. The little tents. Yep. Those are giant trees, by the way. I just want to say that. I mean, if you don't believe it, it's cool. But I think the angels did come
well,
down and chop these big mugs down.
if there was trees
Oh
so
yeah.
big, of course there were
Wait a
like
minute.
people
Are they
as just
wait.
big.
Are they that high up above the clouds, or is that just the land?
No, no,
Yeah,
it's
I
above the
don't know. I don't
clouds.
know
No,
where
no, it
we're at.
looks like
Yeah.
above the clouds. Yeah.
Oh my god.
You see that
Bro,
how
that's
small are the
amazing.
base? Their tents.
Yeah,
Jeez.
I'm
Okay.
telling you guys, hey, they're thing, but there they are. Man, reality is stranger than fiction, my friend.
Guys,
Totally.
check this landscape. Wow, look at that. You have green, you have red earth, you have the clouds, you have the ice, right? Check it out again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's permafrost, or what they call permafrost. That's dang
Which permafrost is actually starting to disappear. It's been disappearing like for
right,
20 years now.
You can't call it
hmm
Really?
permafrost then.
Yeah, right.
right.
Exactly.
Temperfrost.
You see
Temperafrost.
how the colors changes? Yo, shout out Jeff. How you doing, brother?
Look at those layers in that piece we just passed.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
So it's really super cold, and then the air is really super thin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now check out this landscape too, right?
So it
I
looks like
love.
that. It looks like heat did that, not cold.
You see, it's green, it's ice. You see how below depth it is. Holy,
What's that arch thing?
yeah, it's like it's crazy.
Looks
It's
like a
like yeah,
road.
Heat makes such landscapes, not cold. Heat.
Look at the layers.
Yeah, that's common. It's not a big deal, but
Weird.
it's like a desert, like a fucking desert, and
Yeah,
now
there's
covered
nothing there.
with snow. It's like
Yeah, a
a
lot of
hot
these things, if
desert
you turn
covered
it,
with.
see how the horizontal layers there, it looks like layers. It's really just tree rings. They're
Right there.
just
What
they're
is that
just the
arch?
age of.
Right there. What
I
is
don't
that?
know. It's like a landscape. It's like a piece of mountain with
Like a
ice, and
land
it looks
bridge.
yeah,
I don't
and
know.
looks
So
more.
what?
It's like a really
Right.
high.
So my thing is, how are they oriented? Because I see this thing coming down, and so does this go straight down? Does this go across?
No, that's
I'm trying to
a
figure
top
out.
view from looking from up to down.
Okay, all right. So
Oh, so that's looking
it's
down.
a bridge, or it's I don't a bridge. I don't know. I don't know.
You see here
Remember,
how
our
is the
point of
land
view,
here?
our perception.
Yeah, and you see the
I'm going.
colors of the land difference, red and green, and
Yeah.
Yes, that's also.
Yeah, that looks like Arizona, right? With the
That's some
orange
hard
rocks.
stuff, whatever it is, because you could tell it's so frozen. It's or so cold. I mean, it is melting, but
you see
man, that
water.
looked
You see
like.
there's water there. That was water.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, ice water.
see all those different colors are different veins of different
You see it's
materials.
bubbling.
That's
It's
what it is.
bubbling, and you see it's coming
Yeah.
out of
That's a
the
hot
earth.
spring.
Holy shit! That's at the
So
hot
cool.
springs. Hot springs.
That's so cool.
And at that height, you imagine. You see
So
the
Right.
colors.
means.
You
So
see
that
that
means it's
sun.
a.
You see the sun is seeing down.
That means
Yeah.
it's a volcanic area. If there are hot
Rainbow?
springs and
Yes.
everything. That was like.
Oh, right there. Can you stop there? That right there. Yeah, it's some kind of sunspot deal, like where the rays cross, and then
Yeah.
these gases like kind of excite it. But
Yep.
it's damn, I forget the name of them. But
You
that's
see them
really
when you
cool.
fly sometimes too. When you're coming up through the clouds, you can see them. You can
Mhm.
spot them in the clouds as well.
Yeah, but you see the angle. You see the angle where it is.
Yeah. It's
Mhm.
below.
It's way down in there.
Yeah, it's not below.
Pretty
It's like almost at the ground level of where the person is looking at.
Right. Strange.
Yeah, so it's either sunrise or sunset, right?
Mhm.
But
Yeah, but it's a very steep angle. It's a very steep angle to look as if it's a sunset.
And they're still in Antarctica, right? I know I'm asking.
Yeah. It's had nothing to do with all the known places. You see the color of the rocks. You see the sun there. You
Yeah.
see the
Is that a
the
rainbow?
rainbow. Yeah.
Yeah.
but
You see that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And even zoomed on it.
And it's cool how that rock or mountain in the background is right in the middle of the sun. Pretty cool.
Hey, can I say something real quick about this, Vika? Can you pause it right here on the where you see where what we called a rainbow? So, okay, rainbows come through. You can see the color through a prism, through a crystal. But this rainbow didn't have color at all. It was just light.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah,
That's
I'll
different than
see.
anywhere
I'll
in
see. But also keep an
realm that
eye.
I know.
Yeah, also keep an eye on the sun, like because it's zoomed in for a while, for a second. You see
Watch
that
here,
there it
not right
is.
after this.
Yeah.
Yep, pause it right here. See that? There's
Oh,
barely any red or yellow at all.
well,
That's
because
so
you don't
cool.
see them. Maybe there are, but we don't see them with the fog at all.
Maybe it's further out in the realm than we can go see. And
But you know, but
But
with the
the thing is
colors or
that
not, there seems to be a break in it though. Like it's isolated from the other clouds a little bit. So is it something a little more
but
physical?
yeah, I don't know. Maybe thicker.
now,
It's part of the gas, of course,
Coincidence?
but
It
now
just
the
looks
thing is,
that way.
can men live off the land? They cannot live off the land. There is no grass. There's no trees. There's no animals. How can you live off
Not
the
much
land if there were
around.
Right.
if there were people there? How could they live? Or maybe there are places where there is grass and animals, but
Mhm.
so far
Even
it's
if they
not
could go
possible to live
fishing,
there.
where are you going to build a house?
Yeah,
Mm.
With
it's
what?
so either it's underground, things are going on underground that we don't know of, but on the surface, so far I can believe that there can be like people living there or whatever.
Except for the
How can they
tents.
eat?
Mhm.
Yeah, because it
What do
doesn't
they
look like
eat?
there's much fishing going on.
There's nothing. No, there's no animals. No. There's water, but there's no animals. There's
In some
no
places,
grass.
Birds,
not in
no.
all.
So I believe maybe the thing, what's going on there is it's all underwater and underground. If there is some activity, some life,
We see it's
it's not on
zoom.
the
It just cannot be a
not on the
sun dog,
surface.
guys. It just cannot be just a sun dog.
Is it?
I'll try to pause.
Those are clear like hot springs. See the water boiling over there.
It's difficult.
This thing is
You
just
see
Can be
that?
weird.
Yeah, it's not like a halo or something, guys. It's like very prominent because the person, like, it says that it's almost like another sun or something down there.
hmm
As we spoke about multiple luminaries, because the sunlight is not coming from up there, right? But that looks like a circle or a spot, right? The daylight is coming from the other side.
Wow.
That's something. Yeah, that's can't explain it.
Yeah, because I think wouldn't you see the shadow of that mountain on the right? I'm looking for shadows now. I don't see it going
Jesus.
towards that either, though.
This is like a strange land. Strange land. I don't know.
Wow. There's a bird.
Yeah, if there's a bird, there's food. So fishes, that's okay.
hmm
Fishes, insects, whatever. I don't know.
And I
And
wonder what
some
he's building
strange
What
next
is
to
that?
creature,
it, too.
some
Do you
strange
What
creature too here there in the water.
Hmm.
what
Some
is this?
Looks like
could
they're
be
hanging out with the
anything.
birds.
Yeah.
That's a bird.
That's Loch Ness. I'd seen it before. Definitely Loch Ness.
No, those are like those are seals. Come on.
yeah. Yeah, they look common.
Yeah.
Two Navy SEALs.
Yeah, they look like seals, kind of, right? The way you
Yeah.
think. Hey, look.
That's an ugly motherfucking
Yeah, that looks like a
helicopter.
K. That looks like a K-28, K-27. That's Russian built. Looks like.
Yeah, Russian. Yeah,
Geez, double
It's a
helix and
news
everything.
chopper.
Polish.
Yeah.
Yeah, to prepare for the ice and everything.
Yeah, it's got the little rescue basket and everything.
Why the two
It
blades?
might be
Is
part
that
of their.
it? Is the what's the two blades on top
You know,
for?
The Russians love two blades. I've started. I've
Yeah,
noticed.
it's more stable, much more stable.
Yeah,
All right.
because if you notice, it didn't have the rear rotor that's perpendicular. You know what I'm saying? Making it move left and
Really?
right.
Because that's what
Yeah.
stabilizes the helicopter is the rear rotor.
Yeah.
Well, it also has those two vanes that look like they could shift from left to right and pivot from
Okay.
left to right. If you look at that copter, so that's
That's
probably
cool.
what they use also.
Because I'm wondering if it only certain helicopters can fly in those thin atmospheres.
You
So I
see,
was
you
wondering
see,
if that's
you see
got something to
the
do with
rear
it.
of the helicopter. See, I'm
Right.
sorry to cut you off, Gene. My bad, man. Like if you look on the other side, it has the same thing. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
It's a
that's
double.
just like a
yeah,
fin or something.
yeah. It's
It's
kind
a,
of like it channels air through the back. You see, it's got two on both. It's got one on both
Oh, it just probably
sides.
keeps it.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I'd be guessing, but whatever.
yeah.
But
that's
yeah,
And
no,
that's the
heavy.
thing.
they
Same here because
talk
I ain't a
about safety measures, and only certain helicopters can make it up to Mount Everest. So that's why there's still people that have been there for 50 years and 100 years, and that's why they can't be rescued.
Yep.
And why they can't be brought back to their families.
Air too
So,
thin, man. Yeah, you ain't flying no regular helicopter up there, man. With the air that
No,
thin.
no,
that's
and
for sure.
it's 2/3 of the atmosphere up there.
Mm.
It's about 5 psi.
Jeez.
Let me tell you why I think, guys, that shit's falling out of the sky. I ain't even gonna say it, but we know it's like the flat Earth, the flat plains, that fly around here, flat. You know what I mean? The plains of like the Earth, PLAIN, just plain old shit, bro. I think
Mhm.
the air is getting thinner and thinner, down lower and lower because of this magnetic field weakening or moving. I don't think there's enough particles or whatever they want to call it up there where we usually fly at those heights,
You
or
don't think that you don't think the
Vlad was
pressure is
saying
thick?
about
You don't think the
pockets.
air is thick enough?
Yeah, I don't think it's thick enough. I think it's getting weaker. Let's just say I think our field is getting weaker.
Well, that's weird because
Isn't there
a lot of
instruments
times
on?
if a plane flies in an atmosphere that's too thick, it'll expend like gas a lot faster. You know,
Isn't
because
there
like
instruments on the plane that let you know that?
yeah,
Could we
yeah.
like your altimeter? Wouldn't that
Well,
trigger your altimeter or something?
no, your altimeter would give you altitude, or it would tell
Well,
you.
yeah, but it
It would
gauges
give you like the
altitude because
distance.
of pressure, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm guessing because like pockets of pressure, let's say that vary. When I think our instruments and stuff are so used to operating in a certain atmosphere that
Mhm.
maybe it gets confused as it loses the ability to grasp, you know, the
Maybe that is
the,
the
the
reason,
thickness.
brother RG. That is the reason all these aircrafts are falling from the sky. Guys, we are almost
I think.
3.5 hours. This is what
Woo.
I have for today. So, whatever you guys wanna, your last thoughts on whatever you saw today, a small brief, general thoughts or each and every any order you can go, and we will have our last thought because it's 3.5 hours, and yeah, for tonight
Yeah,
only
I'll
I
say
have that.
goodnight, guys.
So
Yeah, bro. Vika, thanks for the show, man. And again,
Thank you,
brother,
Vika. Much
congratulations
appreciated, bro.
on the success and the 3-year anniversary of the release of Flatten the Curve, brother.
It is.
I think that's always going to be one of my favorites, bro. So thank you for all that. Thank you for the podcast, bro. It's so awesome to be here with you, all these great people, all the great guests we have. Awesome chat. I met some really super cool people up here hanging out with you, bro. And I'm very thankful and grateful to be here with everybody. So
Yeah,
that's for
much
sure, man.
appreciated.
Thank you,
Yeah, man.
brother.
I second
And
that. Thank you.
as far as tonight, yeah, guys, everybody, I'm psyched to be here with you guys, man. But as far as tonight, man, bro, that was some really cool footage, man.
Mhm.
I like the part with the when we were talking about the 1,000 years being added on, because there's definitely seems to be plenty of evidences left of that. And that footage was just crazy, bro.
Mm.
And it's cool how this stuff is trickling out now. All of a sudden, after the fiasco that these guys went through down there. So yeah, great stuff, brother. And looking forward to next week too. Always am. So you guys go, man.
All right, all right.
Yeah, bro. This is the thing. We are connecting the dots, and it's the thing. As you said, TFE made us make this happen. So we are digging deep, and things are coming out. And in the same time, the Monte Urbano is like we are decoding it, right? And yeah, it's all there, and more is gonna come. Absolutely, brother. Thanks for being here. And yeah, who's next?
Yeah,
RG.
Vika, man, I
Well,
appreciate. Oh,
Come on, guys.
I was gonna
yeah,
say
Vika.
not everybody speak up at once, man. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead,
um,
RG.
yeah. I'll close out with my what I'm feeling, man. What I'm accepting from, this platform, bro. Great job. I mean, it's always free speech in my view. And don't don't censor anything, bro. Just and that goes for everybody. Don't censor yourself, man. Just speak the truth. Let it come out. Let it breathe. You know what I mean? Um, I just want to say it's not ever too late to just search yourself, search each other, man. Ask the right questions. Um, and I won't make it too long winded, but hey, y'all check me out if you can. I'm building up a platform. I'm trying to get a website going. It's at Russell G711 on X, and that'll connect you to Facebook and all my other past stuff. So yeah, appreciate you, Vika. I appreciate everybody here.
All right.
Oh, yeah, brother, absolutely a pleasure. And this is the thing, brother. This is what it's all about. We're sharing and discussing it with great minds here on the panel and also in the chat. Yeah. So we're trying to not be like, oh, if we don't speak about this, or if we speak about this, the people. No, no, we speak about what is coming, what we are seeing, and it's up to the people, right? So that's the best part. And getting some amazing inputs and ideas from the panel and from the chat. That's amazing. This is what it's all about,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Absolutely, brother.
Yeah, man. Vika, man, I really appreciate you having this, man. Every weekend is a treasure. Every Sunday is definitely a treasure here on this part of the world. Thank you very much for having us, man. Thank you for having me, totally, and bringing some light to this map, because I think this map, man, it's quite a treasure indeed. And yeah, just every time we come across this map, man, we're always finding some strangeness. And I really like your insights and what you bring to the discussion, because even though this map is old as hell, the information that we get a lot of times, or the stuff we learn about it, is new. And so it's always a treasure, and it's always a pleasure with you guys and coming together and bringing it together and just making it happen. And these are some really good times, and I'm really enjoying them. So thank you.
Oh yeah, brother. The pleasure is ours, and this is the thing. Uh, if there is a truth to that it's not from 1587 and it's from 587, man, we are on to something, man. This is for the community to figure it out. But that says a lot that our RAM, which looks like a bit like Gleason map, could be true, and this is from the ancient times, right? There is no modification possible of the exact continents, and those extra fertile lands could be happening where they want us to believe it's ice, right? So yeah, it's there. It is, people. It's for everyone. Absolutely, brother. Thanks for being here, bro.
Yeah, you got it, man. Thank you.
Sam.
Well, they all took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say the same thing. It's always great to be here. You always have like great intel. It's like amazing. So it's always like a pleasure to come here. I know it's also it's a nice family to be in. Really, it's a pleasure. So keep on doing the good work, and see what happens next week. See what you got next week. But so far you gave me a lot of to think of. There's a few points there that you brought up that are still stuck in my head. I'm gonna have to dig a little deeper into all this, because that's also interests me, on the Torah side. So I have to dig a little deeper. You always force me to think, Vika.
It's a good thing, man.
Only
Good thing.
the more we know, the more questions we're gonna have, right? This is what we're gonna be learning till our last day, right? It's always gonna be something to learn, so that's for sure. So, like, and also nothing is new under the sun. So, absolutely, brother,
Right.
those amazing inputs, yours also are really valuable for this panel here in understanding our realm. And yeah, always a pleasure, bro. And yeah, thanks everybody in the chat too, everyone in the panel for sharing your time with us. Absolutely, you saw from the past few weeks what we got, right? We saw many
Hey,
things.
Vika.
We saw time lapses. Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say just before you go out, when you're finished, I was going to ask if you might mind if I close with a prayer, bro.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
You want to do it now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Creator, Father in heaven, thank you for giving us this insight, giving us this itch to want to research and find out the truth of our past, our present. Father, just keep giving us that ability to convert information into knowledge and want to give that back to the people around us. And I pray these things in your son's name, Jesus Christ. Amen.
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 All
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Okay, people.
So, yeah, there you have it, people. Like what you are going to see here, you're not going to see it anywhere, right? From all these last podcasts, it is a journey, right? If you are catching and connecting the dot, it's just an expansion of our understanding of what is happening. There is no synchronicity, there is no casuality, right? Things happen when it's supposed to happen and for a reason, right?
Yep.
So, guys, thank you, everybody. Aji, Vlad,
Appreciate you. Appreciate you,
Sam,
Vika.
Gene, Aloha, and everybody in the chat. Yeah, make sure you guys check us out on the next week because we have
Yep.
more amazing and awesome stuff coming. All right,
Guys, I might
guys.
go live. I might go live here in a little bit. So just a heads up. Keep your eyes open. I
Okay,
might go live.
I'll
Oh,
be there by
yeah,
the way.
catch. The
I'll
party
try
is
to
going to
get there, bro.
continue on Vlad's,
There we
guys.
go. After
The
party at
show
my
must
house.
go on. You know the song? The show
Hey,
must
bro,
go
and when
on.
you said that, it was all threes on the live. 3 3 3 3 3. So to all the haters that think three's crazy, kiss it.
Hell
Synchronicity,
yeah.
brother. Yeah,
Hell yeah. I love
absolutely,
it.
guys. Have a great evening, day, morning, and see you guys next week. This is because I'm signing out, guys. Love you all. Bye.
Love
Bye,
you.
Thank,
everyone.
thank
Peace.
you,
Bye,
thank
guys.
you,
Family.
Vlad.
Peace,
Thank
y'all.
you, thank you.
Yep.
Thanks a lot. Bye.